So, guys, while we're waiting for Dave, I don't think he will, be awake for too long. I will introduce here the players. We have the semifinals being played out between ACCM, playing here in the red trunks as the Vietnamese. And on the right-hand side, we have Mr. playing in the blue trunks as Sicilians. And we have already seen here ACCM laming. He has stolen 2 sheep already, or 2 goats for those who are very accurate from Mr. And the good thing is for Vietnamese is that you're able to see your TC position of your opponent. And therefore making laming a much more easier thing to pull off. And now the Rhino is here as well. I'm wondering if ACCM goes for that one. That would be extremely greedy, and he has chosen not to do so. And that is the right thing to do. Mr. If we look at his point of view, he obviously has no indicator whatsoever that his 2 sheeps have been lamed. So usually what you do when your sheep are being lamed is that you try to get at least 1 or 2 ostriches in just to compensate for that.
Okay, I'm in, Jordan. I'm in now, and I saw everything that you were mentioning, and Yo has an opportunity now. ACCM going for Vietnamese, going forward, like you said, knowing where the TC is. Yo has an opportunity to potentially lame some goats that ACCM hasn't found at his own base as well, which is kind of a threat going for this strategy, right? You really take a risk. I think ACCM will find the goats at the back, but Yo could come forward right now, theoretically, and take those 2 goats at the front if ACCM doesn't know they're there, but he does, so he's going to find them.
He sees them?
Vietnamese played out with ACCM, and of course, drafting your opponent's civs means that you just have to adapt and make up a strategy along the way, right? You can't go into the set planning to use the Vietnamese like this.
Exactly. You have to be very spontaneous with the way you are, assigning the civilizations. And this time we have a best of 7. And we have very different maps. We have 3 maps which are set already, which is Arabia, Atacama, and Fortified Clearing. And that means we have different maps, and it's going to be so hard to make the draft because, it feels like every civilization has potential on a certain map.
Exactly. Well, that's the beauty of AoE 2, right? Every civ is the best civ on on a certain map anyway.
Exactly.
Or a top 5 civ or something like that. And that's what makes Age of Empires 2 so amazing. By the way, Jordan, I have to say, what a performance yesterday you had. I was super impressed, especially actually after that second game against Vinchester when you just got absolutely blown out of the water. The fact that you managed to come back just emotionally, let alone physically, after casting all day was super impressive. It was really good, man.
Yeah, thanks very much for that comment. But man, Dave, after the 2-0, I was like, Vinchester's playing like 400 elo better than me right now.
He was that double archer range switch in that second game. You got so bamboozled by that. That was crazy. It was like,
I was like, I'm getting completely stomped here in the first game and the second game. It was not even close. It was like me playing against 1k8. It kind of would look like that. And then I was like, dude, this is going to be a very short night for me.
Yeah.
It's just
you're a competitor, you're a gamer, dude. You pulled it out. I'm really impressed by that.
Yeah,
it's sad to say.
Yeah, thanks. It's very strange. It feels like whenever I'm on the verge of defeat, then my brain is like 150% instead of 100%. It's definitely helpful.
Okay, so Civ matchup: Vietnamese against Sicilians.
Yep.
Vietnamese known for good range units and good skirmishers, so skirmishers and crossbows. However, the Sicilians take less bonus damage, so you really don't want to focus on skirmishers with the Vietnamese because the Sicilian skirms will likely win. They're taking 50% less bonus damage, so you want to go into crossbows, but that often means that if you don't have gold, then you're going to be in a really rough spot. So we'll see how the Sicilians can play out here as both players are on the way up to the feudal age. ACCM going to go probably range, and Yo is probably going to go for a range as well. Oh, stable. Okay.
He's going for the stable. So with Sicilians, that's a very standard strategy because with the stable it's easier with the builder to afford horse color, and horse color is definitely something you want to go for immediately as Sicilians, as they get the bonus there on the farms once they have that. And as you mentioned, Dave, if you're playing against Sicilians, you want to have the gold units, because most of the time the gold units are not really having too much bonus damage if you're thinking about crossbows or knights, and that is usually the unit combination you go for if you're against Sicilians. So you want to avoid building any skirm whatsoever, and you don't want to build pikes and stuff like that. So therefore, I would assume that we see ACCM heavily committing to archers after he built a few stable scouts there.
And he tried to pick off that villager that was making the houses, but ACCM's going to save her, and he goes for some more cute quick gates, and that's not going to work out. Yo will escape a little bit with that scout. And Yo's already going to have scouts coming across the field. The problem here for Sicilians is that if you're not able to do any damage, Vietnamese should theoretically have the better eco than you. So if he's mirroring your units, as long as they're not a counter unit like skirmishers or spearmen, the Vietnamese should have the advantage in this matchup. And Yo knows that, so he's going to want to do some damage. Or get into that crazy Sicilian boom in the mid game.
Yeah. So we see both players going for heavy walls right now. I really like the setup of ACCM, and that's something he has now added the wall in front of his TC as well. And that's a move I absolutely love, because many players don't do that, and then all of a sudden...
And get punished. Oh, God, they get punished so hard for that.
Exactly. I've been there once, and I was like, wow. That you do that once and never again. So I feel like both players are very safe right now. On the right-hand side, ACCM is not going to be able to deal any damage to Mr. Yo, as he's standing very nicely in the defensive spot. And also he needs to wall on the top side as well. And then he's fully walled here. Dave, when you're thinking about ACCM versus Mr. Yo, what is your gut feeling telling you? Who's the favorite of this one?
I'd say Mr. Yo is the favorite, especially when you're mixing up civs, like your opponent drafting civs for you. I think I still have to go with Yo. I mean, he's probably like third, fourth best player of all time in Age of Empires 2, maybe fifth or something, depends on what kind of list you're making. ACCM is definitely great, and ACCM won 2 of your medieval brawls in a row, so he's fantastic and he's in good form, but it's Yo. Like, it's Yo, you know?
Exactly. And we have seen Mr. Yo playing yesterday as well against Say My Name, and he had very flawless games there. While we have a scout engagement here, I think that one is better for ACCM in theory. 4 against 3 should be better there.
He's just trying to buy himself enough time, I think, to get that wall off. And look at, he's going to have a scout versus scout matchup, and Yo actually has more HP at the end of the day, even with the spearman there from ACCM. And ACCM is going to be able to delay that wall, but he's not going to be able to stop it. They're just both considering going up to the next stage. ACCM right now in a little bit of a better position in terms of the resources banked, and he's going to kill this villager? No way. That's good stuff.
Beautiful done by ACCM. He used the scout to block and to attack all the time, and therefore he was able to snipe that one. I think it was a bit sloppy by Mr. Yo that he went out with the scout, even though he wasn't fully walled. But okay, not too much damage done. Obviously ACCM now 1 village ahead. And... no, both players are very happy with their position, and I love the fact that Mr. Yo is not trying to rush the walls, and there we are talking about the experience of him. Like, many players would now rush the wall just to be like extra safe, but that's kind of waste of resources because your opponent is not planning to do any fuel aggression further.
He's already read the game, basically. He saw the walls early from ACCM. He saw the scouts play from him. He saw no follow-up whatsoever except 1 spearman, which is still being a little bit annoying in his base and is going to live through this battle here.
Man.
And he's like, yeah, I'll just get the walls down eventually and then save my stone. I won't rush Castle Age with a market. I'll save my stone, I'll save my wood, and I'll go for a little bit of a boom while trying to keep myself safe. ACCM, though, already on the way to the Castle Age, a minute in front of Mr. Yo, courtesy of Vietnamese, with the cheaper eco upgrades, and he's going to go for 2 archery ranges here And I think it's on ACCM now. It was on Yo early to try and get pressure if he wanted to delay this castle age, but now it's on ACCM to do damage to Yo, because if he lets Sicilians boom up freely, Vietnamese might be in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. So what we are going to see from ACCM is the lovely Cav Archer play, and as all the range units for Vietnamese get a little bit more extra HP, I think it's 10%, maybe even 15 if I'm not mistaken. That really helps a lot for the Cav Archers as well. And yeah, Sicilians, I guess, yeah, okay, so we have Missio going for the Knights. And the problem is, if you have Knights against CA, that in theory is good if you're able to keep the CA at home when you're pressuring them with Knights and with Siege. But that's not something which is going to happen, as ACCM is up to Castle Age so much earlier, adding his TCs. And overall, Dave, I would say that ACCM should be in the better position.
See, I don't like the Cav Archer play here. I think the crossbow play into Arbalest is better with 2TC, like faster Imperial Age. Because if crossbow, like you said, you want to keep them at home, but if you're fully walled, you can keep them away from your palisade walls for long enough with the Knights. And by the time he has enough CA mass to really bust through your walls, you can have siege or a castle or something behind it. So I think like a more Leary style play where you go for a big mass of crossbows and then go up to Imp and try and push forward is probably a better solution here against Sicilians.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely a different approach by him. I was also expecting ACCM to add archers earlier and go for the crossbows, which then Mistio would have had much more trouble to respect at the beginning of Castle Age. But now he's adding the Siege Workshop, as you mentioned, Dave, and he should be fine. I don't think he's going to take too much damage here.
I like the scouts being in there too, kind of attacking the wall while the Cav Archers are attacking behind. But this is what I'm talking about. You need like 20 Cav Archers to really threaten these palisade walls, because Yo can simply wall either further behind or he can rush up a TC with Sicilians. He's going for that third TC right now. ACCM had the second TC earlier, so he's a little bit ahead in villagers, and he's gotten wheelbarrow right now. As he sends monks out now to get the relics already. But he's not going to be able to get into Yo's base. And Yo now with Scorpions in defense should be in a pretty good situation here. However, Vietnamese, wheelbarrow, second farm upgrade, second wood upgrade already. And Yo is just getting that stuff. So
exactly.
CCM still ahead.
He's slightly ahead, yes. But it feels like both players have had a very, very good opening so far. I don't see any big mistakes. Maybe that one villager of Mr. Yo, but that was a minority, obviously, in terms of the impact of the problem or the mistake. And yeah, I think we are going to see a very passive game. Both players will try to make something happen with the army in Castle Age, but I don't think we will see crazy aggression. And Mr. Yo, he is going to snipe off one monk of ACM. That is a lovely pick off here.
Yeah, it's a great play from him. He's so active with these few units that he has. And look at the judgment from Mr. Yo. He knows exactly what the situation is he's going to be able to pick off a villager if he notices. He doesn't. And she goes back inside to safety, holding the gate open, though.
You can try once more, man.
And Yo has not... He added 3 Scorpions, and he's completely stalled out production now. So he's putting all those resources back into his economy. And he's even going to go to stone right now because he knows in the end game, Halberg Cavalier will be very devastating to this big massive Cav Archer. Is going to really struggle to kill that. And he wants to expedite the castle for sure.
Yeah, I mean with Sicilians, most of the time you're going to be fine all the time because the cavalry or the Cavalier is such a strong unit overall, especially against ranged units. They have 8 pierce armor if they are fully upgraded. And that's something ACM really has to respect. I wonder if he wants to continue with the Cav Archer production, also in Imperial Age, or is he going to switch to Rattan Archers plus Halberdiers? Dave, what do you think is the play here?
I don't know, because in this situation, if you're ACCM, if you get up to Imperial Age first, the temptation is to go for like a forward castle position, somewhere on that middle, maybe on that hill in between the 2 golds. And then try and push from that because you have more army and stuff. But against Sicilians, it's really tough, right? It's really tough because at any point that flood of Halbert Cav can come out
Yep.
They can force down a castle if yours is a little too far forward, and theirs is gonna go up. Like it's gonna go up.
Yeah,
So
no matter what, it goes up.
we'll see. It's gonna be a siege workshop here from ACCM, and he's gonna try and provide a little bit of pressure. Yo, banking resources though, and right now, Yo looks to be the one that's gonna click up to Imperial Age first. Although ACCM getting handcarts, so his economy is gonna be incredibly efficient.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. So ACCM is playing extremely well here, doing all the right moves. Now with the Cav Archers trying to arrest the north-hand side town center of Mr. Yo. And Dave, the problem for Mr. Yo right now is in terms of longevity, the Siege Workshop is kind of taking control of the 2 forward goals of Mr. Yo. So that is definitely something we have to pay attention to.
It's gonna be a castle in front of it. He's gonna take a risk, and because he's Sicilians, it's gonna go up. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's it, right?
Even
it.
even Dal would manage to get that one up with Sicilians.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that means something.
But right now, ACCM with all the pressure, and this kind of looks like, if I had to guess the players, if you gave me the 2 names and only the colors, I would say this was Yo playing on the left side, right? Like Yo's got the forward siege workshop. He's booming behind. He looks really comfortable. I love the outposts from ACCM.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to know if Yo comes out for a castle or anything. He can preemptively try and stall out that castle. He can know if a Mangonel's coming out. It's really, really good from him.
Yeah. Now we have Mr. Yo having the villager lead. However, ACCM, he is going to catch up as he has added the 4th TC as well. And now we see a castle on the northern side. And
ACCM can see that.
he snipes the
And,
Mangonel as well.
Yo just needed to keep that Mangonel alive to make him respect that. The castle for Sicilians builds incredibly fast, and this is already at 65%. Can Yo snipe enough of these Cav Archers to try and save his villagers? He's trying to pull them away one by one, and it's Sicilians, Jordan. It just goes up. It goes up. He had 6 villagers building that thing.
Man, but he's losing a lot of villagers in the process. And now, obviously, now Cav Archers are going to be killed as well. But that was, nice defense by Mr. Yo. He killed 2 Mangonels, one with the castle, one with his Mangonel, which just popped out of the siege workshop. And with that, Mr. Yo was able to secure the extra gold. So overall, I think it was still an okay trade for him. But definitely some unnecessary losses because that Mangonel switch, or the first Mangonel engagement, that one was very, very bad for him. But he's going up to Imperial Age now, and he indeed is going for scale-boarding armor. So we will see those juicy Cavalier from Mr. Yo.
And if I'm thinking about, like, when I think of Vietnamese, I think of Leary. And not like the people or the country or whatever, the Civ and AoE too, because it synergizes so well with the early Imperial Age and like the forward pressure and army numbers building throughout the game and whatnot.
Yep.
And if I think of Leary in this situation with Vietnamese against Sicilians, he would have been imp like 2 minutes ago.
Yep.
And he would already have a big ball of Arbalest pushing this area.
Yep.
ACCM is just clicking imp right now. He's going for the forward castle, and he's going to be 2 minutes behind Mr. Yo. And he's got Cav Archers instead, which don't scale very well.
Exactly.
So Yo is going to be able to push this forward pressure back. ACCM has been controlling the map so far, but Yo's going to come back across the map with a vengeance here with Halbert Cavalier. He's already got 48 farms, Jordan.
48 farms, that's a lovely farm count. He doesn't have too much on wood though, so overall ACCM has a huge lead in terms of the villager, 15 villagers more here. And yeah, Mr. Yo, he definitely has to pay attention to his villager production because he needs around 120 and he is at 95 right now, so he definitely needs to increase that. On the other side, we have ACCM stonewalling on the left-hand side. I love that move. He knows exactly that these Cavalier, they are very, very good at raiding as well. So he wants to avoid or prevent that and just focus everything in the middle. We have now
He should be sitting on that. He should be sitting on that gold to the left. Yo's gonna go out and get that.
Yeah.
He should have at least 1 Cav Archer over there.
Exactly.
He's really done a good job cutting off the golds at the front.
Yep.
And Yo is going to be running out pretty soon as he only has a couple tiles left of his main gold. But if Yo can secure this gold over here in the north and maybe even get a castle up here, the hill's going to block a TC, but a castle up here to secure that, it would be fantastic for him.
Exactly. Now the scout is going to be annoying on the left-hand side as well. So ACCM, if he clicks on the scout, he knows exactly what his opponent is going for. It's not going to be a big of a surprise. And now we even have Hauberg coming in for Mystio as well. So these Cavalier, they are not going to die too soon against those range units. And now we have Stables coming up for ACCM. What?
Is this elephants?
Oh, it's elephants.
Yep. And Yo's not gonna really expect this coming. I don't mind the play if you have this giant ball of cav archers behind to deal with any halberdiers or pikes if Yo decides to go for that. And the elephants are gonna chase away the cavalier as well, so the cavalier can't take a straight up fight. It's just gonna have to be a slow crawl forward for ACCM. Keep the cav archers near the elephants and make sure that you're walled at home, because these cavalier can get in and do a lot of damage back there.
Exactly. If ACCM is sloppy in that regard and he lets Mr. Yo in, then he can lose the game from there. Right, because the raid is going to be able to deal so much damage. And now we have a monk here for Mr. Yo as well. That is not getting the conversion.
Okay. I didn't see it, but I assume it was last minute.
Like, what? How did he not get the conversion here? And Dave, I absolutely love the position of ACCM right now. However, he's losing a lot of villagers on the left-hand side.
I think I like Yo's position a lot. If he can kill... He probably needs about 20 more vills with this raid. And then he'll be in a pretty good position. ACCM still adding villagers behind this. Cavaliers struggling to engage against the elephants from ACCM. And the castle is going down, so yeah, maybe ACCM has done enough here. He's still denying those 2 golds.
Yeah, and the problem is, look at Mr. Yo's population. He's housed forever. I don't think he can win this game anymore. It looks very good for ACCM.
Super stalled out.
Yeah.
ACCM controlling the 2 golds in the middle. Yo really needing control over that, and losing some military units to just try and take any effective fight whatsoever. He's still raiding at the back with the Cavalier, but ACCM now with 44 heavy cav archers with elephants in front. You're right. This game's over, man.
Yeah, this game is over. 58 army against 3 of Mystio, and he's now going for infantry upgrades. That's not going to work. Like, oh, this was just horrible for Mystio, and yeah, there's no way he can redeem himself anymore. And now on the northern side, the gold has been spotted as well.
I think Yo needed to... So there was a moment there where Yo didn't make any trebs early Imperial Age as he's getting raided on the gold, like you said. He prioritized going for Hauberg first. And he didn't put any resources in the trebs. He could have had like 3 or 4 trebs attacking that castle, forcing the fights from ACCM. Instead, he went for the Cavalier mass. And I think that was a mistake, honestly, because you need to get rid of that and take control of these golds in the front.
100% agree. 100% agree. If he wins or goes for the trebuchet instead of the halberd, he has the possibilities or the tools to push back the castle, and then he has time to breathe again. And by doing it the way he did, it just didn't have the time for anything.
It's a great punish, though, from ACCM.
Yeah.
Really, like, taking control of those 2 golds in the front. So good from him, and holding control with the cav archers. And credit to him for not feeling the pressure to do any damage, as Yo just tries to survive here in his 71 vills. He didn't go in with the cav archers. He never intended to. He didn't even get bloodlines till he was in Imperial Age. Because he never intended to take a fight with them. He was just massing them up. Knew Yo was going to play passive, and then got all the upgrades. And got some elephants in front, and he's in a really great position. Yeah,
exactly. It's also showing your opponent that you're going that direction, and you know, you have the potential to mass them. And if you're going knights, you don't want to mass knights against the cav archers, because you can never really close the distance with the knights, except you're the one who is putting on the aggression with siege and knights. But that's obviously not something we saw in this game.
Yo is full rat mode here, dude. He's got a base over to the south, a TC in the north. He's building up Cavalier, and if he manages, you know what? If he manages to take out the cav archers, we might have ourselves a few more minutes in the game. I'm not going to say he's going to come back, but ACCM notices and pulls those cav archer back, and he's going to have heavy cav arch now. So a little bit more damage to these Cavalier. Still has the elephants in front, and Not elite battle elephant, just regular battle elephant.
Yeah, but they're doing the job as well. And Mistio, he's very desperate. Wow, he's trailing behind 100 population. Like, I think at this moment he has to realize that there's no way he can win this game anymore. Also, ACCM, he has been on point. Like, he is always doing the right moves here. Also exploring on the southern side the extra gold from Mr. Yo, and
But Yo's coming over there with Cavalier. Yo's not giving up, Jordan. He's adding another TC in the north too.
yeah. So Dave, you still believe?
Well, no, not really, but Yo does apparently. And if Yo believes it, then I believe it, because if I'm in this situation with 80 pop, I'm resigning, dude. I have 58 mils. Like, he's going for a forward castle. Oh my God, Sicilians!
What?
Here come the Cav Arch. Even Sicilians can't get this up. Like seriously.
No way, this one goes up.
Right?
No way.
No, Cav Arch are here. Yo.
At this point, you just snipe the villagers.
Yeah. Yo is trying to dodge. Look. Just snipe the Vills, ACCM. Yeah, just get rid of the Vills.
Oh, God. This is so desperation move for Mr. Yo here. He's not going to be able to do anything. And this is just a moment where we are waiting for him to resign. He has 68 population against 175.
The only advantage you have over your opponent is that your opponent has no idea what you're doing. They're so confused. That's the only advantage you have. Like, no physical advantages in this game. ACCM is just looking at the score. He's looking at the base. He's going, what is happening? And did I miss something? And no, you didn't, my friend. You take game number 1. 170 pop for ACCM, 59 pop for Yo, and that's an impressive performance from him. Not able to do damage with the Cav Archers like he thought he might. But he transitioned really well, even being later to Imperial Age. And we mentioned Yo potentially had some other options, right? Instead of just going immediately for Halbert Cavalier, maybe go into Trebs or something like that to try and push the castle back, buy yourself enough time. And then you can transition into the Halbert Cavalier.
Definitely. It was, I mean, we talked about it. It felt like the Trebuchet would have been a better play. But then again, ACCM, he has done everything right here. A beautiful walling at the beginning, beautiful play with the boom, and then the Cav Archer to gain the map control. Also getting the relics in, and just having also very good strategical decision about going forward, because he realized that Mr. Yo, he had those 2 extra goals in front, and that is obviously easy to target.
It's a good first game. Kind of boomy, but it's a good one. It showed that you have to be really on point with your decision making and like how you structure your upgrades. You can't just get them all at once, right? You really have to play it out in your mind and what your opponent's going to do, what you're going to do, how is he going to counter what you're doing so you can counter what he's doing to counter what you're countering, and then you counter his counter to counter the counter that you've And we've got Frisia. And it's Portuguese against Malay.
Portuguese against Malay. Yeah, I would say not too surprising, as both civilizations are very strong on hybrid maps. We have Mr. Yo as Portuguese. I think he's going to be very comfortable playing that. With Malay, they have a lot of potential, but it is very hard to pull off with their build orders. So yeah, I'm not sure how much ACCM has practiced them. I mean, they have been in the game for quite a bit already, so I don't think he would mind too much. And especially, he will have a safe dock in the back, so I think he's going to be totally fine. And he will have roughly a 2 villager lead over your opponent.
I think, like, this Civ matchup here speaks to the beauty and the good balance of AoE 2 at the moment. The fact that your opponents can draft Civs for you, right? And it's a best of 7. And you still get civs. You get the opportunity to pick civs that might be top 5 on this map anyway. And that says that we have really good balance in our game. It's currently and Portuguese versus Malay. Like, you almost expect these players to be going into this game picking these civs, right?
Yeah,
not
exactly.
having them drafted by their opponent.
Exactly. Like, I would say, as you mentioned, Dave, these are top 5 civilizations for this map, maybe. Portuguese, I would rate a bit higher than Malay here. And Yeah, so ACCM, he is very passive with his scouting, so he wants to get the deer in there as well, and yeah, no shenanigans from him yet to go for early laming. And Missio, he is doing exactly the same. He is really scouting a lot right now and finding 2 sheep from ACCM. I think he's going to take that right away.
Oh, he's not giving them back? You gave them back to Winchester.
Oh, did you see
Remember
that? That was a
Yes,
nice
I
moment,
did.
wasn't it?
When you were down 2-0 after you just got absolutely curb stomped in that second game, you gave him 2. I think that's what won you the set, Jordan. I think good karma won you the set.
Yeah, I think so as well. If I had stolen
Yeah.
those, I would have lost there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh, first hit for ACCM.
Yeah.
This can be damaging the scout early on a map like this where there's opportunities to go for water or land. And especially killing the scout early can be a huge deal.
I think
Also, ACCM not finding those other 2 sheep is going to kind of hurt.
I think on hybrid maps, the scout being alive is the most important thing compared to other maps, because on land maps, for example, there's still a lot of deviation, yes? However, due to the experience you're having, you should have a good feel as a pro player what your enemy could be going for, which route.
Yep.
And on hybrid maps, there's just so
Kill the
many...
sheep.
Oh, that's not worth it for Mistio, I think. He's
What
losing
a
lot.
meanie, dude. What an
Yeah.
absolute meanie.
Yeah, like, why is he doing that to
Someone get
ACCM?
China on the phone. What's going on?
We have to talk to them. Are you calling them?
No, oh yeah, sorry. I was I was calling them. They didn't
Okay.
answer.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying as well. That's why we had some silence here.
Yep.
No. Okay, so ACCM going for the back dog, and Monsieur going for the back dog as well. And I don't even know why I'm putting an emphasis on the back dog, because it's not like in the front you can do anything here. Dave.
No. It has to be a back talk.
has to be a back talk.
If you're front talking, then we have some bigger questions essentially, because there are no fish available here, and with this shallow area, it's not like you would go for fish traps here yet. Anyway, you could just kill that with the scouts. So
Yeah.
you can't really go for fish traps anywhere because there's shallows all the way around on either side.
Exactly. So, Monsieur going up with Loom. So, I would assume he's not too far away to up as well. And ACCM has the same stuff here. So, both players go up to village with 22. No, 20 villagers. Yeah, 20 villagers. And yeah, Dave, what do you think we're going to see from both players? Are they going to go for land? Are they going to go for water?
Well, ACCM has not yet gone onto gold, which tells me, okay, he's going out to gold with just 2 right now, and he's going to go for a landing, and he's probably going to add in 1 or 2 fire galleys, maybe 1 fire galley to go over there and just start harassing. And then Yo has not gone out to gold either. He's just on wood right now. He'll probably go for a barracks of his own as well.
I would assume
It
so.
just concerns me that ACCM is up so much quicker with Malay.
Yeah.
Yo is gonna have some issues if ACCM already has the archer range out. Or he's he's going men-at-arms here. Interesting. All right.
ACCM is going for men-at-arms? Ooh. I'm not the biggest fan of that, because I don't expect him to have a very smooth build with the men-at-arms here, because usually on hybrid maps going for men-at-arms, yes, it is a bit awkward, because you have to have 3 fishing boats, and then after that you go for the men-at-arms, and most of the time you could even be lacking food. But no, ACCM has a nice build, so he should be fine. But it's just, he has reached fuel age so fast. He had only 2 militia now, or he has only 2 militia now, and what is the follow? Like, it's only 2 militia.
He's bringing his scout over, so he gets some scouting on Yo's gold forward. He could have kept it over there to harass the fish, but he's going to get in here and he's going to trap this villager up against the mining camp. And Jordan, once again, you've been caught disrespecting the 2 militia, Jordan. You've been caught. Okay, we know all about you now. This is the way to punish Jordan. 2 militia, he never respects them because they killed a villager there. From Mr. Yo.
Dave, there's nothing more to say for me. Like, I'm always disrespecting to Militia Drush. And Dave, I have been proven wrong once again.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said. And there's the archer range for Yo, and he's going to try and wall up a little bit over here. And Yo has gone for the Fire Galley. I think he's going to have that out around the same time as ACCM, so he'll be able to defend and also harass. Yep. ACCM also killing the Ibex on the other side, but Yo is sniping those down with his Vills so he can take them, potentially.
Yep.
Maybe kill it. No, he missed. They missed.
Oh, ballistics, man. Oh, the Militia managed. And that is just great usage of the Militia from ACCM.
Yeah.
Like, he killed one villager, and now Mr. Yo is lacking a lot of food income as well, as the Ostrich or no, the Ibex has been killed by the Militia. And if the Militia kills it, then the food is disappearing right away.
ACCM also going to win the Fire Galley battle here. Yo needs to run away with that. And ACCM back, harassing the fish with his scout, but that scout will get roasted. A little bit of a burn there as he goes down. And for anyone that's wondering about this mill here for Mr. Yo, he needs the mill anyway for a market, so he puts the mill down on the deer over there, even though there's only 2 of them.
Exactly. You need it for market, you also need it for building farms here. And you don't have berries on this map, so usually what we see people doing is build a mill on to the deers. And now, you know, I'm wondering, how did he lose the Fire Galley fight, even though he is Portuguese? Like,
I think he was... Yeah, I think he was just running past, and ACCM got the first few hits.
Oh, okay.
I didn't catch it, like, at the beginning. I only caught it halfway through.
Okay. So, we have the second archer range coming up for Mr. Yo. He also is about to research Town Watch, so that gives him more vision. And we see an engagement, and Mr. Yo is running into ACCM's army here. Losing everything.
Right in there, and ACCM has a fantastic position up on that hill, and ACCM is looking good today, Jordan. Oh my goodness.
He's looking so extremely strong, and I've been in these couple of situations many times against ACCM, and he's just, I feel like, excelling so much with these little army maneuvers with the range units, kind of like Winchester. Both of them are very similar if it's about that.
I feel like he's been getting better and better the last couple years too. Like, he used to be known, I don't know if you were really playing when ACCM was like coming up. He's been around for a very long time, but he, you know, he was known for like the tower forwards.
Yeah.
The very like Vietnamese kind of style, you know, the say my name style, the VNS cool style kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he's really worked on rounding out his gameplay, and this is one aspect of it, right?
Yeah.
Kept the militia back at the rear of Yo's base as well to see if Yo was leaving.
Yeah.
For any issue, but he's going to lose that militia. Now he's going to go over and harass the woodline while he defends on the water too.
Yeah, it's just beautiful play by ACCM. It feels like he's always having the advantage, and if you're looking at the economy units, he currently has 41, while Mr. Yo only has 36. And why is that? Like, okay, Mr. Yo has a little bit more idle time. He lost 1 villager, and I guess Mr. ACCM has added a bit more fishing boats. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. Man, ACCM, he's completely on point in this game, and Mr. Yo is definitely trailing behind there.
I love the fact that, oh, there's a demo for Mr. Yo that could be huge. All those fire galleys are attacking that house. As soon as he notices that, that could be massive, especially with ACCM kind of busy on the other side. But Yo is busy as well, and Yo is going to snipe an archer there. He's got another weak archer kind of near the front. Good micro here from ACCM, but he should lose this entire army if he sticks around. I think he's going to need to leave pretty soon.
Man, it feels like ACCM is just trading so much more efficiently, and now the fire galleys on the top are going to be winning for ACCM, and that means that he's going to be able to harass the fish of Mr. Yo, and that will give him such a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, firmly winning that, and Yo only has a demo in production, which is going to help against one of those, but not against both.
Yep, exactly.
So Yo is at risk, and once again, ACCM using the 4 HP archer to sit behind that wood line and be very annoying. He also has more skirm numbers than Mr. Yo. Yo heavy onto the archer production, and that means he can't really take this fight, but also means ACCM can't really kill any villagers with these.
Exactly, and Mr. Yo loses 1 fishing boat. ACCM also has to mark it up. So he's going to use the market now like a
He's
madman.
gonna be up so much
And
faster.
he's
oh my
going
God.
to be up so much faster, especially he is Malay, so he's reaching Castle Age 80% faster than other civilizations. Man, Dave, this is looking very convincing for ACCM right now.
Yeah, it is. And he's really like putting Yo on the back foot this game. Yo
Yep.
had no opportunity to go forward whatsoever. He tried once, ran into the army from ACCM, and it's really impressive to me. ACCM went up, what, 20 pop or 21 pop with Malay, made 2 militia, and he's only had 27 seconds of idle TC time.
Yep, yep. This is just
Really good macro behind everything.
beautiful. Currently having 2 archer ranges, walling himself up a little bit as well, just to be extra safe. But there is no danger coming into his base anytime soon. And Mr. Yo, he's going to be busy defending all night long. Or all day long,
Yo
whatever.
is going for a mining camp over on the island. ACCM not spotting this yet.
Yep.
And now Yo goes for the market, so he's going to try and click up himself. But ACCM only 20 seconds away from Castle Age.
Yeah.
What do you go for here if you're him?
Siege Workshop forward and just continue the 2 archer range productions with crossbows. That's enough. And Dave, he reaches Castle Age faster than Mr. Yo clicks up to Castle Age. That is one
Yep.
of the most devastating things that can happen to you.
Malay, dude. And he's
Yep.
gone for the Siege Workshop at home. All right.
Mhm.
Interesting. And Yo knows what's coming. He's going for a tower on the gold.
Yep.
Now, if you're ACCM, do you go to stone now? Are you thinking about a castle, or are you just thinking about continuing the push here?
I think in the long term, you want to have castles as well in order to secure the map. But right now, I think spending the resources onto wood, gold, food is a little bit better. And that's exactly what we see ACCM doing. However, it also depends heavily on which kind of play you're asking. Like, for example, Winchester most likely would have had 300 or 400 stone in the bank already. And because on this map, if you're capable of building a castle forward, that just gives you so much map control.
Yo is really trying to defend here until he gets Castle Age. He's got a tower now in the north. He's on stone as well.
Yeah.
One crossbow from ACCM sitting on the wood line to the left. Yo cleared up all the stuff on the wood line to the right. And ACCM now looping around past that dock. Oh, I would be so nervous walking past that dock if I was ACCM. He's past now. But imagine a demo comes out there, would have nuked all your crossbows. And he's going to make his way to the back. But Yo has a tower already.
He has a tower, he has a lot of skirms as well. And now we have an engagement. And man, Yo, he has to retreat. Like, you cannot fight this army. There's no chance. If he's able to close the distance, then yes. But that's not something we're seeing. And on the archer ranges of Mr. Yo, I love that move. ACCM went for the ram and not for the honor mangonel.
Yep.
And now,
It's nothing. He's not in Castle Age. He can't counter the ram.
Exactly.
Cannot counter the ram.
yeah, now the siege workshop goes up, obviously. But the woodline of Mr. Yo is going to be raided as well on the north side. And Mr. Yo is really struggling right now.
Second TC added from ACCM as well
Yep.
behind that. He still had his fish alive, although Yo is harassing a little bit. But ACCM with a fire galley of his own, and he even thought about war galley, but he canceled it.
Yeah, he's canceling that one. We have a mangonel for ACCM now as well. And game was lagging a little bit. It feels like...
Ooh, crossbow's getting cleared up behind. That's good from Yo. That's actually really good.
That's very nice for him. That's very, very nice. But the thing is, ACCM has map control. He has the villager advantage 12 in that regard. And now, let's see how good Mr. Yo's mangonel micro is, because it has to be on point in order for him to come back into this game.
And look at that crossbow ACCM left on the left side.
Yeah,
so
so-
annoying, Jordan. That's so. It's already killed a villager. 2 villagers down now. That's so frustrating.
Yeah, yeah. ACCM being as annoying as possible. The Ram, I think, is not going to be able to achieve too much more, but I think it has already paid, how would you say here?
Paid for itself.
Paid for itself, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. And
It
now
is
on the
a
north end,
self-sustaining ram.
yeah. North end side, we have crossbows coming in, and Monsieur, he's not reacting. He's not reacting, losing 3 villagers, 4 villagers, 5 villagers. Dave, 6 villagers.
7. Oh, whoa! They teleported through the shots.
Yeah.
You love to see it. Physics be damned. And now ACCM can't sit underneath that tower. He's going to have to retreat. And Yo goes for the castle.
Yeah.
Some building up stone there. He's going to go for the castle on the gold over here.
Yep.
Just to secure himself some resources whatsoever as the fire galley continues to fight the skirms in the back. But Yo will be fine there. And Yo actually with archers behind. So he's making sure ACCM can't come out and take that gold. But ACCM more than fine with the stone and gold control on his main island.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, ACCM, 66 villages against the 41, always has the initiative. Doesn't take any shot from the Mangonel, so he's always aware of what's going on here. And, yeah, Mr. Yo has the castle up now, killing some crossbows in the meanwhile. But it's not like the Orient guns are going to be such a huge powerhouse against the crossbows as well, as they are dealing 3 damage against them. So that's something which is not too bad. And especially with Mangonels on the field, you don't have to be worried too much here as ACCM.
ACCM, 25 villagers in the queue, Jordan. From the 3 TCs. He is booming, and uh-oh, Yo has a Mangonel forward here. Can ACCM kill that? He did. He lost 1 Mangonel of his own.
Yeah.
And the skirms are coming in to try and snipe that. Yo splitting around 2 Mangonels, trying to snipe the crossbows. Now, this is decent-ish value from Yo for those skirms, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. I thought like, okay, this can never work, but he somehow managed to get a lot of kills with these units. And even the crossbow goes down now, so it feels like an even-ish trade. And now the Orient guns are going to join the fray as well.
ACCM lost a lot of crossbows in the last couple minutes. Kind of took his eye off the crossbows because he couldn't really do immediate damage with it. He's now getting enough stone, so he's thinking about a castle. I think a castle in front of that monastery there would be beautiful up on the hill if you can get away with it.
Yeah, 100% agree. Mr. Yo, he needs to find the damage right now, because if he is waiting 1-2 more minutes, he's completely dead. And now the Orient guns, he needs to be baby watching them so hard. And yeah, 2 Orient guns go down. The Mangonel has gone down as well. And Mr. Yo right now, he has 47 villagers, however 5 of them being idle. And ACCM booming like a madman, as you mentioned, Dave. And it's just the timing. It's a matter of timing, and I'm not sure if Mr. Yo can keep that.
It's such a difficult position to be in for Yo. ACCM, I think, has a couple options. Go for the castle like that. Into Imperial Age. He could have put the castle in a more secure location to try and get res for the long game. But either or, he knows he's going to be up to Imperial Age likely first. He knows he's going to have more military. He can do a lot of things. But for Yo, it's all about denying this and killing as many villagers as possible.
And the thing is, even if ACCM loses 20 villagers here, he's totally fine. And he currently has 90 villagers. That's such a huge advantage. Hallelujah. And he still has 11 villagers in the queue. Yeah, go ahead.
Yo can't even force Imperial Age.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the res. He has 6 on food currently.
And the castle indeed is going to go up. And the ACCM, it feels like he has been all over the place in this game over Mr. Yo. And yeah, Mr. Yo is in a very desperate situation. He's added a second TC. But overall, his economy lacking behind a lot. And ACCM is going for beautiful tech right now.
Listics, what do you do in Yo's position? Is there anything you can do? You're just hoping your opponent makes mistakes, I guess.
I personally think you cannot do anything, but if you want to try something, go for a fast imp and then come back with victorious.
But you can't even. That's the thing. Like, you can't even go for a fast imp in this position. Yo was never in a position to do that. His eco was struggling super hard. And ACCM now with the 4th TC over there. He's got 101 villagers. Still got 9 in the queue. Sorry, 95 vills with 9 in the queue. And at any point, he can just cancel those vills, sell some wood, and go up to Imperial Age.
Exactly. I think right now it's a little bit of the tournament pressure, which happens a lot of times to the players, that they're queuing up a little bit too much because there's action going on in ACCM. He has been very active with his units, right? And that takes a lot of attention from you as well. So, but I think now him going for guard tower as well, it's like an indicator of how safe he wants to play this one. And he's really respecting the potential push which could come from Mistio.
It's like, just get harbors at this point, bro.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
get harbors, you know? Set them up in the middle if you want to play that safe. Just start setting up docks everywhere. Look, he's even going outposts on the top area there. Yo is no eco upgrades, by the way. Yo just has horse collar right now.
Wow, he has horse color, but no wood. What?
Yep. Yo
That's
is,
massive.
He's down bad.
Yeah.
He's down extremely bad.
That's definitely massive. And now we have ACCM stopping the villager production. Rightfully so. Going up to Imperial Age. And do you think we're going to see the GG from Mr. Yo when he sees that his opponent has reached Imperial Age?
He got down to 58 pop last game, Jordan, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Your opponent has more military, more eco, is faster than the next stage, has a better map position than you, and has the ability to drop 2 castles simultaneously on your ass. I don't know.
I think 99% of the players would call it. But, you know, after what we saw in the first game, Mr. Yo might be thinking otherwise.
Yo's killing villagers on the gold, okay. So that's going to even things out maybe a little bit.
And also the fishing boats are kind of exposed as well to those Orion guns. So Mr. Yo having a good moment here in the last
Yo coming forward with the
minutes.
castle.
Yeah, but
And so is ACCM.
yeah.
ACCM's going to come forward here. He's going to see this stuff from Mr. Yo. The villagers, did he notice them? I don't know, but Yo's going to drop a castle over here, and ACCM will be fully aware of it as he goes for his own castle over here. Maybe Yo cancels that idea and starts building a castle right in front of this castle from ACCM.
He has to. Yeah, and that's exactly what we are going to see from him. But those castles are not going to survive for too long because there are going to be Trebuchet out for ACCM. He's going for chemistry, Bracer already in as well, and the crossbows are going to be so strong against the Orion guns. And now we have the engagement on the right hand side as well, and it feels like Orion guns are going to be melted.
Might be a doubt castle, though.
It is.
It will be a doubt castle.
Yeah, it is. But
somewhere
even
in
then,
the distance, Doubt is smiling
Dowd,
on this castle.
He is always there. He is always there for the support.
Do you have like a support group? Do you have like a help group you meet on Wednesdays?
Without, yes.
99%.
Yeah, like Dowd.
I would have won the game.
Oh, yeah. Dowd is our go-to guy if it's about those kind of situations.
Does he hold your hand and like whisper softly in your ear? It's gonna be okay, Jordan.
I mean, he is the Lord after all, right? So you can always, how would you say it in English? Do your prayers.
Reach out.
Pray-
Oh yeah,
yeah.
pray to him. Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Yo calls GG. He knows. There's no chance. Well
Ooh.
done, ACCM. Damn, dude, that was a stomp.
Very
good.
Very strong performance from ACCM for the first 2 games. When I was looking at that set, I would assume Mr. Yo wins this one 4-2. But I'm not very convinced about my prediction anymore.
Kind of weird. Nope, we're already into the game. So when Jordan gets back, I'll tell him that I've done a lovely intro. When I actually haven't, you know what Land Madness is. You saw the game between Vinchester and Sato, and we're waiting for Jordan's side, for Jordan's stream viewership. We're waiting for them to see the map before we introduce anything. Anyway, ACCM up 2-0 over Mr. Yo. Unexpected so far, but Yo is Yo, and Yo can always come back from stuff like that. So if you're a Yo believer out there, make sure you place your points or your prediction on Yo this game and show your support. Thank you very much. Who will win game 3? Mongols against Slavs. Mongols are advantage early. ACCM has them. Slavs for Yo. If they get the farming down, can be really good in the mid game. This is kind of an iconic map for Mr. Yo as well. This is the map that he... this was the 4th game of Red Bull 1. He beat Viper, who was playing as the Teutons, and I believe Yo was playing as the Slavs, was he not? I think he was playing as the Slavs on Land Madness when he beat Viper, when he 4-0'd Viper, when the dynasty was officially over. Was Empire Wars, but still. Fond memories of this for sure. Jordan, are you back?
Come back to the PC. Dave, what did I miss?
I was just talking about how this is the map and this is the Civ that was the 4th win against Viper in Red Bull 1. So if there's ever something to give him confidence, Slavs on Land Madness might be it.
Okay. Also, very interesting choice by ACCM. Mongols is not something we have seen too many times on Land Madness, because usually with Mongols, you wanna pick them on those kind of maps where there's a lot of hunt. That's where they're excelling the most. And yes, there's a lot of hunt in theory on this map, but there are literally only 3 deer close by, and the other ones you have to push from a further position, and there's only 1 boar as well. So Mongol is definitely not the best civilization here, and I feel like with Slavs, with the faster farming, you definitely have a lot of potential here.
And even in the late, like if you get to the later stages of the game, there's a lot of stone on this map, but it's all spread out. So if you want to go into Magidai, if you want to get castles up, you don't have that big 5-tile stone in the back, right? You have to make do with the 3-tile stone forward, and then another 3-tile stone to the other side, and another 3-tile stone in the middle of the map. So it's going to be really difficult for you to get into Magidai.
However, that being said, Mongols is having... Or Mongols is a hard counter to, for example, Teutons, Celts, and Slavs. There's like, it's very hard when Mongols reach Imperial Age without taking any big damage, and they're able to get into those elite Mangudais. You're dead. Like, you cannot do anything.
I think that's the same can be said for most civs, though, Jordan. Against Mongols, like, if you let your opponent get into elite Mangudai, you're most likely dead. No, but there's very few civs.
Yeah, okay, but it feels like for me, Slavs, Celts, and Teutons, as they are very dependent on their siege.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful for the Mangudai. And many civilizations have at least potential with their range units, but Teutons missing Bracer, Celts missing Bracer, and I think the last armor on them, the range units as well, and Teutons, obviously. Have I mentioned Teutons? No, I don't think so. Slavs. You get my point. They're lacking ranged units strength.
Okay.
Okay, whatever, Jordan. Whatever. Whatever you say, bro. So
this, look at this wood line from ACCM at the back. Look at how big that is. That is a gigantic wood line. That's a huge chunk along the edge. It means that he can't do that. Remember we saw it from Winchester in the one game?
Yeah.
Where, you usually can't wall in this map.
Yep.
But sometimes you can go to the edge and secure a wood line. That means there's no possibility of that for ACCM. There is a possibility of that for Yo if he wants to get it set up.
But
and he's gone to the wood line way over on the right too.
But I was about to say, Dave, you found a good wood line, but I found an even bigger one. Look at
the one that Yo is taking.
Look at this big chunk there.
Big old chonker.
What the hell? This one has more wood on itself than there is wood on Atacama. That's insane.
So we've reached the point, chat. We're only 3 games in and we're already looking at wood lines.
You started, man. Okay, so we have ACCM reaching Fuel Age first, and now he is going to go for a stable, I would assume.
No
exactly,
surprise.
That's what we're seeing.
Yep. And eco upgrades right away.
Eco upgrades, exactly. That's a normal thing if you're going for the scouts build. And Missio, he's 1 villager behind in that regard, in terms of the uptime. And he goes for a stable himself as well. And I would assume the eco upgrades are going to be following in a very short moment as well.
And I think with how like open the base setups are, I know on Land Madness a lot of times it's open anyway.
Yep.
But this is a particularly open generation here. I think we're going to see a lot of Feudal Age army mixed in. And sometimes on this map in 1v1s, you'll see upwards of 12, 15 scouts, full upgrades, spearmen all over the place, archers in crazy numbers as well before players click up to Castle Age. And the way these guys are walling already, I think we're going to see something like that.
Yeah, could be. However, with Mongols, you don't want to get into the longer fuel age fight too much because Slavs is just going to be overpowering you. However,
With the farms. Yeah.
on this map, CA is not too bad as well, and Mongols have very strong CA. So that is definitely something ACSM can opt to go for in the later stages in Cast Stage. So let's see how that one is going to be played out. Both players are
But-
balling themselves there. Yeah, go ahead. Dave.
We also saw Slav CA yesterday as, oh no, ACCM is going to lose a Vil here.
Is that the first villager loss he's going to take this this set?
No, Yo raided some in the first game.
Ah, yeah, okay, that's true.
Yeah, with
my
the
bad.
Cavalier. I mean, it was in Imperial Age, but
Yeah.
did kill some.
Yeah.
And he killed some with the organ guns last game. Are you blind?
I think my brain is. I only slept 3 hours today. My brain
I
is not fully functioning yet. Okay. So
that wall
no.
isn't complete.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
the villager was opening the gate, but also the wall on the left side is not complete. And the lumber camp is not blocking that off. So Yo's going to take another villager. And this is not good for Mongols because
No.
all of the eco bonuses you were talking about for Slavs start to kick in right about now when the farms go up.
Yeah.
And you want to be ahead in villager kills if you are the Mongol player over the Slavs. And look, ACCM's getting a little bit desperate there, going in for the Vils on the farms, taking some damage. And Yo is pretty secure at home.
Yeah.
He's killed 2 villagers forward.
Yeah.
This is a good start for him.
Yeah, Mr. Yo, he definitely knows that he needs to do something as soon as possible, and he queues up more scouts. And it feels like this is the first time where we see Mr. Yo having the initiative, having the position which he was seeking for, and which we were seeking for as well from him, because we were expecting him to be the initiator in this series.
And this might be him switching up his style a little bit. It's probably just Land Madness being Land Madness.
Yep.
As ACCM, with a lot of scouts forward, is going to try and look for damage.
Yep.
But the last 2 games, Yo has played pretty passive.
Yep.
Right? He was way later up last game. Of course, melee factors into that, but he was still a villager behind. The first game, he walled up. And this game, he's forced into aggression due to the map. Already killed 2 villagers. And look at the farm count for him. 15 farms already for Mr. Yo with horse collar, with Slavs.
Yeah, this is looking very, very good for him. He has a 3 villager advantage right now, and he's not going to be able to find any damage onto ACCM space, I would be assuming, as ACCM is standing very nice with the Spearman defensively. He could charge against that one. Yeah, only 1 hit from the Spearman, and he was able to
That
kill
wall
once.
isn't complete.
Yeah, it still is. And he doesn't see that.
Yeah, but the thing about walls, especially at high-level Age of Empires gameplay, you know this, Jordan. It's only an incompleted wall counts as a wall as long as both players believe it is a wall. And Yo doesn't believe ACCM would ever leave that open, so he doesn't even check.
Yeah.
He saw it, and he just runs right past. He does not even check.
Yeah, he doesn't check. And now we have a lot of scouts here from Mistio. Might be able to pick off the villager on the blacksmith. Indeed, he's doing so. And ACSM was a bit late on the reaction. And I don't like the movement of Mistio. I feel like
He's still not going it like...
Yeah, he did. Just check his point of view, Dave.
Yeah.
And look at that. It's just so hard to see that there's...
It is.
That's
It is
open.
kind of difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of difficult. You kind of think there's a thing behind there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it feels like the way ACCM is playing... Oh! He has already gone for the archer range. And he has archers now coming forward with a lot of
Lots
spears.
of spearmen too. Yeah.
Mistio
And
needs a
Yo
tower.
manages to kill 2 spearmen at the home of ACCM. Took some damage for doing it, but it was a good engagement. And he's going to have to come back with the scouts because there's not really much he can do about this. And he's just now adding the range.
Yeah.
So ACCM is going to be in a really good position. Unfortunately for ACCM, only 2 archers here. If Yo gets up the tower and focuses those archers down, he's perfectly fine.
Yeah. He is obviously not in a world of pain right now because of the tower. And that was very tricky and very dicey for Mistio, but he is able to minimize the damage, not taking any village losses. And the transitioning is obviously very dangerous for the staff player because the archer and spearman are the perfect counter against scouts. And Monsieur has fully focused on scouts right now, and he doesn't have any upgrades on those as well. So
Nope.
it's not like they're going to trade well against those 4 spearmen here.
Yeah, and Forging is coming in 20 seconds. Forging not going to help out overly in this fight, but it is a difference here.
Yep.
And Yo is just trying to target the archers. Once the archers are out of this equation, then you can just fully commit with the spearmen.
Yep.
And you're going to have more scouts with the production nearer to your base, so it should be fine. And those archers are going to need to back up here. As Yo went for the ballsy mill behind this army, trying to collect those deer.
Yeah, that one is very ballsy indeed. 4 villagers still standing idle here. Monsieur doing, or both players are doing a very good job in microing, but it feels like neither of them is really able to make the play here. Okay, now ACCM was charging in, but he is retreating once again. Oh, Monsieur is going up to Castle Age.
And Yo is going up. Wow, Yo took a calculated risk there. He didn't keep up the production. He didn't get the upgrades for that reason. He wanted to go up to the Castle Age, and now he takes the fight. And this is still a really good fight for Mr. Yo, even with Forging in there. He's up to Castle Age, so as long as he clears the army from ACCM, he's going to be fine, and that's exactly what he does.
Yeah, that was still... I'm not the biggest fan of that engagement, because his scouts could have been so much stronger once he gets the upgrades in, and he would have gotten the upgrades in anyway, because he was going for the stable, or the night play. So, don't agree with that engagement here. And now, his goal is completely exposed to the incoming archers.
He's only got 1 skirmisher in the queue. Why not add... Oh, he's getting bloodlines right. Oh, that's terrible timing for him. He's going to be punished for this. If he wasn't getting bloodlines in that stable, he would have had scouts coming out right now. He can pick off some of the weak scouts over there from ACCM. He's just now queued up Spearman, and he's going to have to run with these vills. So, yeah, this is trouble for Mr. Yo. ACCM all over this gold as he gets the upgrades for his cav. And he's going to lose, what, 4 or 5 villagers here? Yikes.
This is a lot of
5 vills.
lot of damage done by ACCM, and he's looking very strong, and he's going up to Castle Age himself. So he's just going to be trailing behind 2 minutes. And his base is looking very safe at home as well. And it looks like he's going to switch to camels. So ACCM is looking very, very strong right now.
Got to survive for 2 minutes, though.
Yeah.
Has to survive for 2 minutes until... Actually, probably 2.5 minutes until he gets camels out.
Yeah. The thing is, Monsieur doesn't have any gold income right now. And therefore, I would assume that ACCM is more than fine here.
Well, he's got the market. There you go.
Yeah.
Now he's got gold.
Let's see. So he's trying to defend with those knights instead of going forward. And
I would have gone forward with those 2, I think. Actually, no, because there's a gold at the back there. Yeah, you got to defend with them.
Yeah, but ACCM is not aware of that. Now he finally has scouted that, but yeah. I don't think ACCM is going to be able to find too much damage here. But those spearmen, they're still annoying. They're definitely annoying against those knights, and the knights definitely have to respect that.
All right, 4 knights coming forward. He's still got some skirms to deal with the spearmen. He's trying to pop up on villagers again. But ACCM is going to have the lead because of those early raids. And ACCM trying to kill another vill here. He's going to get her.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. It's another vill down. Eco KD now 8-3 in favor of ACCM. But the army is cleared and the knights will be coming back across Yo with not enough stone for a second town center. Still has those slab farms, though, and he's got 16 of them.
Exactly. 38 villages against 43 right now. And now we see ACCM, as predicted, going for the camels. One thing we have to mention about camels, though. They are good against knights. Obviously, they're the counter unit. However, they're not the strongest units for raiding purposes. So, yeah, I think ACCM is going to be fine. But Mr. Yo, it depends heavily on how he wants to approach the next minutes here.
Yo still has husbandry as well. So his knights are going to be faster than these camels.
Yep.
And he is going to be able to run away from them. Can't take a straight up fight because he doesn't want to lose HP on them. He actually sent a knight back to get healed in front of his TC. So that's good from him.
Yeah, on the left hand side, the archers were not able to do anything. There were only 3 archers, and Monsieur had 2 scrums well positioned, so he's going to be totally fine there. Now, Wilbar coming in for Mr. Yo, and he goes, oh, very interesting moment. He was going for the scale barding, the chain barding armor, but now he aborts and goes for the pikeman.
Yeah, and there's the second barracks right there. So it's going to
Yep.
be a pikeman push. He'll probably, if he takes control of the middle area, probably go forward with a siege workshop at some point too.
Yeah.
But ACCM is going to spot this right away. So that's going to be really useful information
Yeah.
for him on what Yo is planning.
Exactly. And now if Mr. Yo or ACCM goes for a CA, he should be in a very dominant position, I would assume.
Goes for a monastery. Okay.
Has Mr. Yo spotted the extra TC yet of ACCM? No, he has not. So ACCM currently has 53 villagers against the 42 of Mr. Yo. So he's looking in a very dominant position right now.
When you're thinking about Mongols, though, you think about their weaknesses. They have a good tech tree in Castle Age. They can make a lot of units there, but early Imperial Age takes them a lot of time to switch into what they want to do.
Yep.
So there's a time window there where you can punish them
Yep.
if you go forward, even if they're 3 TC booming behind it. So
Yep.
we'll see if Yo can capitalize on that. ACCM still with the camels in the back of Yo's base, still running around here. A little bit faster than the Knights now because ACCM got husbandry.
Yep.
And Yo is just building up his pikeman mass.
Yeah, Mr. Yo, he needs to do an all-in now because there is no way he can catch up in terms of economy anymore. And that's exactly what he's going to go for. And ACCM right now, he needs to be heavily on stone. He needs to commit on stone because if he's able to get 1 or 2 castles up, he's going to be able to fend. Oh, and then there's a whole... Oh, nice reaction. Nice reaction by Mr. Yo. The right-hand side could have been completely exposed against those incoming cavalry.
Okay, so Monk goes down. He does manage to convert a camel, and now the camels are running right into the TC for Mr. Yo. And he's got pikemen here, and ACCM, if he's not careful, could lose that military. Yo is coming in with the knights on the top side, but he does not have the +2.
Yeah, and that's huge.
ACCM, though, only with fletching at the moment, so
Yep.
he doesn't have Bodkin. That's going to factor in, and he has some monks of his own, so Yo is going to be pushed away from this. He's diving for those monks, really?
And
Wow.
no conversion.
1 conversion.
1-1? Okay, okay. And now he attacks
And,
the
no,
market.
Yo misclicked the market. Oh, God, that's terrible.
Yeah. Oh, this is looking so rough for Mr. Yo here. Trailing down behind 16 villagers. And ACCM has a very nice 10 population read right now. Ooh, and he's adding the second TC. Not sure if I'm agreeing with that decision here.
It feels like Yo should have had his siege workshop forward
Yep.
like 2 minutes ago.
Yep.
Because the pikemen without any siege mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, with the pikemen, you need the siege workshop in order to force some reaction from your opponent. Otherwise, you just queue up your villagers into TC, and you're going to be fine. So, yeah. However, Mr. Yo, he has the army advantage. 25 against 12. But ACCM heavily on stone right now. Going for the stone mining upgrade. And once we see Mangadai on the field... Ooh, we talked about it earlier. It's going to be very, very tough for Slavs to compete against that one.
Another TC forward, and ACCM can do this because
Yep.
no siege whatsoever. If there was already a Mangonella on the field, hear from Yo, ACCM doesn't go for this town center over here. Maybe goes
Yep.
for a TC a little bit further back, but he's securing all the map here, and his economy is looking fantastic. He's ahead by over 20 villagers on Yo, and Yo is just now getting the +2 armor. Yeah, and he's going for that 3rd town center now, Jordan. And ACCM is back once again at the back here. He's managed to save so many weak units, and he's going to kill more vills. Yo is all over the place mentally here.
Yeah, yeah. Totally. He gets a conversion, yes, but those camels are still very annoying. And we see a little raid coming in from Mr. Yo, but that one is not going to achieve too much. And, like, he has an advantage of 29 army against 8 of ACCM. He needs to put on the aggression. That's exactly what he's opting to go for.
This siege workshop should have been up like minute 29,
Exactly.
and it's 34 minutes into the game, and ACCM is 87 vills.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very tough one. And Dave, if you look at his stone account, I can see a castle being placed at the spot where the 2 monks are. And yeah, Mr. Yo is going to be forced then to maneuver all his aggression to a different position.
18 pikemen, 11 knights for Yo. He's got 2 monks, and he's forced to put the siege workshop even for. This is rough.
Yeah. And I think ACTM is even going to spot that one, no? No, he's not. Never mind. He retreated with his monks. And now, that's the castle which I was mentioning earlier. And there's no way Mystio can break that.
God, ACCM is playing so strong here. He used
Yeah.
the mobility of his scouts, his camels, his knights so well at the back of Yo's base.
Yeah.
He kept Yo at home for so long.
Exactly.
Yo was unable to do anything about it, and this castle is going to be up just on time, sacrifice the 3 monks. He'll be
Yep.
fine with that, though, because the castle will be complete, and I think he doesn't even lose a vill here.
No, he does not. ACCM, he has a 40 village advantage.
Yep.
40. And he has access to the strongest, or one of the strongest units in the game right now. So, it feels like the potential of Mystio claiming the victory of this set, of this game, is diminishing. And he's now adding further stables. But ACCM, I think he was even going to spot that one.
Yeah, and he should cancel that Mangonel. Yeah, that Mangonel is just dead. And I think Yo is now realizing, oh crap, he's way ahead of me in eco.
Yep.
I'm gonna go for some sort of castle age all in, which is doable with Slavs. And it could still work in this situation if he gets in and does some raiding, and he's gotten in through the house on the right hand side, Jordan.
Yep.
If Yo kills a bunch of villagers here, ACCM could have problems because Magadai, not only are they slow to tech up and slow to get the castles up, they're slow to produce as well.
Exactly.
So he's really going to have trouble building those numbers. ACCM going for quick walls at the back there. Can he get all these quick walls down in time? Will Yo be able to get in on this wood line? That could be devastating if he does. And I think ACCM has done it.
ACCM has managed to minimize the damage from those knights as good as possible. And he lost a few villages in the process, yes, but that's not a big deal. He has such a huge advantage. And now cleaning up those knights as well with the camels and the knights and with the TC. And now we even have ballistics coming in. So the knights are not going to be able to deal as much damage as they are going to take a lot of damage from the TCs here as well.
Yep, Knights still killing villagers at the front. Yo is going to even out that eco KD, and he's going to climb ahead, presumably pretty soon here. Goes for a ram, and Castle Age all in, I think, is the correct play here for
Yes,
Yo.
yes.
That's your only chance to come back in this game.
Yep.
The problem is if you don't kill him quickly.
Yep.
If you don't kill 20 vills within the next like 2 minutes, you're dead.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. The all-in needs to happen right now for Mystio. But I'm afraid for him that it's just a bit too late. On the left-hand side now, ACCM is being annoying as well with those units here with the camels and the Mangadai. And Mystio, he wants to focus everything on one push right now. But ACCM is just not allowing him to do so.
Get nomads right now, ACCM. You're gonna lose
That-
so many houses.
That would be such a meme attack to go for, man.
Get it.
Get it?
You're
I
gonna
don't
lose
care.
all the houses.
Get it?
It's not that expensive. Get it.
It's for the resources, something like that, right?
Yeah, whatever. My man has 127 bills. He's gonna be fun. He also has that castle defensively, and he's gonna go for another castle pretty soon. Probably somewhere on the left-hand side as well. Get that classic Mongol scattered castle approach throughout your eco, right, to prevent the raids. Oh boy, this is gonna look pretty bad for Yo. Yo is up to 90 villagers now, and he does have Slav farmers, so we have to keep that in mind.
Yep.
The key for him is going to be killing villagers. And, ooh, if Yo goes over to that castle from ACCM on the left side, does he see that? He does. This could be an opportunity for him. ACCM going for the quick walls. Yo trying to get in with the knights. Will he get that in time? And the Vill blocked. But, oh my god, ACCM. Oh my god.
He managed. That was so clutch.
How did he do that?
That
on a
was
hill?
so clutch from him. I mean, the castle
My
would have
man-
gone up anyway, but he would have lost a lot of villagers.
Dude, we knew he was good at Age of Empires, but apparently he's good at Tetris too. He's fitting
Yeah.
all those houses in there.
Wow. What a dominant performance by ACCM. And he is about to reach Imperial Age in 35 seconds. He's going to lose a lot of villagers here on the northern side, but He has 130 villagers still, Dave. I think
Mm-hmm.
he is totally fine losing those villagers.
3 castles now, too. Yo is up to Imp. Yo is at 100 vills.
Yep.
So Yo has kept ACCM busy here. The problem we've been mentioning all game is that Magadai are just strong. They're just too strong. They're very, very good. And ACCM with 3 safe-ish castles to produce from,
Yep.
already getting Bracer, already having Ballistics, already having Husbandry, Bloodlines.
Yep.
This is going to be really, really tough for Mr. Yo.
Yep. Exactly. Training down behind 1,500 score. And Mr. Yo, he is going to reach Imperial Age in 1 minute. But I'm wondering, what is his army composition going to look like, Dave? Because
It's got to be Hussar raids for Yo,
Hussar
right?
raids, yeah, but Hussar raids are not going to be the best unit against Magadai. It's just so
I
tough
feel
as
like
Slavs.
The key against fighting against Magadai is that you don't fight a straight up fight against Magadai. You pick
Yep.
away at the eco and you force them to be anywhere but forward.
Yep, yep.
And that's probably what Yo wants to do here, if he can.
Yeah.
Unlikely. You can't even go for trebs because they can just run in and snipe your trebs.
Exactly. You can never really siege against those castles because the Mangadais are just shredding.
SO
Yep.
doesn't work, especially in an open map. You're just they're gonna die. It's
Yep.
a big resource investment. And Yo goes for Cavalier because he already had the Knights on the field.
Yeah, it's your best bet. And he's going for an archer range as well, but that archer range is not going to be able to achieve too much as well. Like, with Slavs, you miss Bracer. So, going through, going for skirms, it's just not going to be as strong as with other civilizations.
Multiple groups of Magadai here. 26 Magadai on the field. Yo is raiding again on the right side, and Yo has outposts over there, and he's got villagers over there too.
Yeah.
And don't count Yo out in these scrappy games. Like he can make it happen. He's got a knight in the north. He's got a knight over there in the east.
Yep.
He's got the main Cavalier army engaging against the Magadai at the front as Yo comes, or ACCM comes forward to try and snipe that Treb, and he does.
I mean, the thing is, ACCM does not have the resources to go for elite upgrade yet. Okay, never mind, he has that. Once he gets the elite upgrade,
There it
it's
is.
going to be such a huge power
Chemistry,
spike.
Parthian, Elite. He's got Magadai in the back here that Yo can't really deal with yet. Yo
Yep.
is going for Skirmisher. Oh,
Yeah, that's really,
desperate
really rough.
times.
Yeah, desperate times indeed, and this is just looking so good for ACCM now. He just has to stabilize, get himself up to 200 population, but I gotta give credit to Mr. Yo here, because
I thought
he
he'd
has...
be dead way earlier than this, to be
Yeah,
honest.
for sure. And now he's really upped himself to 160 population as well. So if we're looking at the population, he is at the equal terms compared to ACCM, but the quality of units is obviously going to be a bit different there.
Yo, if we're also talking about super, super late game, you know, if this ever gets into a Vinch versus Sato kind of
Yeah.
late game, which is unlikely with Magadai on the field, Yo has 4 relics.
Yeah.
And I would favor Slavs probably in the super late game as well over Mongols, but
Yeah,
more
for sure.
stables coming forward for
Yeah.
ACCM. He's got these Magadai here. As long as he doesn't lose this mass, it's fine. And that's probably like the easiest unit in the game to micro.
And it's just so strong. It's just so strong, and you need to have at least 20 or 30 skirms and able to be really able to fight against them, and with an okay trade. But Mr. Yo, I don't think he's going to be able to.
Oh,
kill
look at that
those
gate
Magadais.
behind.
Look at that!
And he gates him behind. He's like, you're trapped here. And ACCM's like, yeah, all right.
I don't
I'll
care.
take it.
Yeah, he doesn't care. And now, all of a sudden, we have Mr. Yo dropping down to 140 population. He still has 115 villagers. He has a lot of farmers. So, well, 28, not too many. But still, like, you know, there's certain potential things for him. And as you mentioned, Dave, he is just amazing in those kind of scrappy games. So maybe he's capable of pulling something off. On the right-hand side, he's being attacked by a lot of tigers, though.
A lot of tigers.
Yeah, there were 2 tigers charging against those
Oh,
villagers.
even the wildlife's against them.
Yeah,
God
exactly.
damn. He's being raided in the south as well.
Yeah.
He's raiding a little bit with 1 Cavalier in the north. That Cavalier dies. His
Yep.
villagers on the right side, like you were talking about, wildlife and units.
Yep.
going over there, but he's still alive and he still has 115 vills and he's producing more right now. It's kind of steady around 150 pop. The big thing for him is that he can't stop the push in the middle just yet.
Yeah,
He has no options against that.
No chance. The Mangadai and Husser combination is just way too strong for him to handle. And one thing to mention though, ACSM has lost a lot of villagers as well, so his economy is not looking too healthy. Usually with Mongols you want to be around the 130 mark in order to sustain the Mangadai and Husser production. On the right hand side, ACCM is not reacting, so those Mangadais could go down against the Cavalier. And that is a good momentum swift for Mr. Yo, but as you mentioned, Dave, I don't see how Mr. Yo can stop the push in the middle.
He can't fight the main army, and he calls GG. That's the problem against Mongols. If you let him get there, you cannot fight the main army. You got to pick away at the edges. He tried to do that.
Yeah.
Mr. Yo, he was just constantly responding to ACCM's pressure at the back. And he couldn't get anything going forward. He made the pikeman switch when he had no position to follow it up with siege.
Yep.
He was just chasing stuff around with slow units, and that's where he lost, man.
Wow. It felt like he was in a good position due to the fact that he had 2 villagers killed. But ACCM with the very crucial tech switch to the archers. Also having a lot of spearmen in front as well. 4 spearmen. That's an army you cannot engage without any upgrades for Mr. Yo. And that's why ACCM was able to deal crucial damage, especially with the reinforcing archers on the gold. And it feels like Mr. Yo being down 3-0 in a best of 7. Dave, how do you think his mindset is right now? Do you think he's getting impacted like that? Or by that? Or he's like, I don't give a shit?
Well, you've met Yo before. I think any player would be impacted by it, but Yo is he's pretty mellow.
Yeah.
I think he's just gonna be like, yeah, okay, we'll try something. We'll see if we can pull it off.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. Celts against Persians. I forgot this Atacama generation it's had the pawns for quite a while now.
Yeah.
That explains. Okay, so I would favor Celts in the Atacama without the pawns. I'm remembering the old Atacama way back in the day, but in the one with the pawns, Persians really come into play here because you can get the docks up.
Yep.
You have the faster producing docks. You have a little bit of extra resources at the beginning as well. So really helps to have a hybrid civilization like Persians here.
Yeah, for sure. Totally agree here. Feeling like on the Atacama version without water, Celts should be dominating. Now, with the pawns, it feels equalish because, yes, you're producing the fishing boats faster in Fuel Age, for example, for Persians also getting the villages out faster. However, Celts have a beautiful advantage as well, cutting their wood 15% faster, and that's definitely something which is very helpful for the hybrid maps, which because you're going to be able to get the fishing boats out faster compared to other civilizations.
It feels like every time I play Celts, I know they have that wood chopping bonus, but it always feels like I'm out of wood anyway. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're always just building wood units with Celts, but every single time I play them, I'm like, where's my wood? Like, come on. Bonus, you should be kicking in here. And it's, I don't know.
Dave, I think
subconscious thing, maybe.
Dave, I think we have to look over your build there as Celts, because that's not what's supposed to happen, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably not going for the standard build, so
you
have to keep that in mind.
You always have to deviate. No, deviate?
Dividiate? Dravidians?
No! Deviate. No. How's it called?
Dave_idiot?
Wait, what am I trying to say? Deviate? Deviate, right?
Yeah, deviate.
Deviate from the norm.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that English can be very complex sometimes. By the way, Lawler, thank you so much for the huge donation.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Mr. Yo went for the dock, and now we see the dock from ACCM a little bit later than Yo, though, and Yo will have the first fishing ship out first because, Persians doing Persian things.
Yep.
And oh my god, there's a dead villager under ACCM's TC, Jordan.
No
She's
way.
sinking in there. He wants her to disappear, but
No
she's
way.
dead, Jim. She's dead.
Dave, do you think this is the moment where ACCM crumbles and is fitting to your assumption that when you're leading, that then the pressure is occurring?
Oh, the pressure's on, man. The pressure's already building. The pressure is there. The sweat is dripping down his forehead, and now it's getting all mixed up. He lost his scout to the DC, Jordan. It's happening. The sweat is dripping off of his forehead and onto the keyboard. Things are getting slick over there in Vietnam.
Man, Dave, I gotta say, the way you are able to verbalize, I really admire. Hallelujah. That was amazing. That was amazing.
Thank you.
I just love it when, not a lot of people are capable of doing so, but the ones who are, I really admire them because it's so hilarious when they are phrasing their sentences.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I do. Hopefully, I do it for a living. So, and now ACCM is going to try and force his way up here, and Yo is just going to make his way there calmly. He knows he killed the scout.
Yeah.
And like we said before on hybrid maps, now this is less of a hybrid map, but there's still an opportunity to go for a forward dock here. Killing a scout is a big deal because you don't know what your opponent's up to at all. Like, Yo could be forwarding ACCM for all he knows right now. And ACCM without the scout is always going to have a lower score too. So he has no idea like what to compare to and what Yo is up to. And ACCM is now going forward with 3 villagers. Okay, it's just a barracks.
It's going to be the barrack. However, the way he maneuvered his villagers makes me think that he wants to apply the pressure.
Go forward. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I
no
would
reason to put him over there, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. And that is also the right thing to do when you, on this map especially, when you're playing against... No, if you have lost your scout. Because if you're playing aggressive, then you will get the scouting information.
But now he has to wonder. He sees the scout from Yo, and he's going to be like, do I go forward? Because he's going to know. ACCM really struggling for wood, too, as Celts. See what I mean?
It must be the Celt thing, though, Dave. Nothing...
Nothing else.
You.
Yeah.
Also very interesting, Missio has built the second lumber camp on a very safe spot here.
Does he see the vills? Oh, he does. Okay. And Yo is just saying, you're going to tower rush me? Me? Do you know who I am? And he goes for a defensive tower.
His response is just building a defensive tower here, and I'm not sure if I like that one too much. Because ACCM can just build the tower a little bit further back, and he's going to be completely fine.
And Yo is going for an archer range.
Yep. Right response. Definitely want to get the archers out as soon as possible.
There's the tower from ACCM, but that's within range of Yo's
tower. That must be. Yeah, that must be. And he sees the tower going up as well. That's not a good tower.
No, it's not. Oh, no. The sweat, Jordan. It's getting onto the mouse now. But Yo doesn't see it. Yo doesn't garrison his tower at all. He knows it's there. He's just simply busy with other things. He's going for a forward dock, Jordan. And this is because the ACCM didn't have that scout.
Yeah.
So he has no idea what Yo's going for. He's going for a forward dock. He's going to get fire galleys out there. Garrisons the tower in the middle, drives those villagers away. Tower is up from ACCM, but Yo can send potentially 2 archers back to defend against men-at-arms, or 1 archer, and then maybe a few forward to garrison in the tower as well. Actually, he's just going to take it out with Vils garrison in there. That tower doesn't do a whole lot for ACCM
exactly.
at the moment.
So, Mr. is going to win the tower fight without losing any villagers. He has taken full control of the land as well, I would assume, because he has the archers going to come out much faster as the Celts play, because by the way, ACM doing a beautiful blocking. Oh, nicely done by him, but he wasn't able to find the kill. But the archer range from ACM was so much later compared to Mr. Yo's. And now also the water is going to be won by Mr. Yo as well on left hand side. He's going to lose the scout though, very sloppy.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I don't know why he would attack the range there, but at least he's paying attention to his archer. And he's going to see these men-at-arms coming into the wood line. And these are difficult quick walls to pull off in the heat of the moment with these little nuggets of wood in the back. That's the reason you don't really go to those.
Yeah.
As he's driving the men-at-arms away, and now he's taking out some of the fish from that pond. isn't targeting the other two fish, though, and ACCM has a fire galley on the way.
Yeah.
Tower
Very-
goes down in the middle, though.
Look at the resources of Mr. right now. He has 450 food in the bank already.
Yeah.
And it feels like he is not going to be too far away from going up to car stage, I would assume. I love that Mr. is indeed on a stone right now. He's going to lose a villager, most likely. Most likely.
No.
Most likely.
Even Kelp Men at Arms.
Quick wall!
Old Yo would quick wall that.
He lost
Oh,
it! He lost it! I told
he
you, Dave.
lost it. And
I
look
told
at the villager from ACCM. He says, you're going to forward my pawn. I'm going to forward your pawn. Yo does not see that.
Yeah.
Yo does? Oh, does he see those villagers harvesting that deer? He doesn't. I would. Oh, a demo would feel so satisfying there. But they're going to be gone by the time
Yeah,
a demo would
yeah.
come out.
Yeah, I like the counterplay by ACCM to go for the counter dock. But overall, if we're taking a look at the overall resources in the bank, ACCM is definitely lacking behind there.
I think Yo is on stone right now, and I think as soon as he gets the stone, he should be dropping towers places. So he drops one on the gold. I think he needs to drop one on the stone as well to secure that area. And then maybe another one on the wood line to the left if he wants to shift over there. You're on the stone, you're Persians, you're not really going to use it for that much else.
Yep.
So just start putting towers around and securing your eco, and it's going to really help you out quite a bit in this matchup.
Yeah. I love the little raid coming in for ACCM, and he's targeting the wood line of Mistio. He's going to lose one villager in the process. And the problem is, Mistio doesn't have any clue about the raid on the top side, or the dock, exactly. And that means that a lot of his economy is going to be killed as well.
Demo from Yo! Demo from Yo! He's going for the villagers!
Oh, whoa! Man,
I
Dave,
love
thanks. Thank you so much for hyping that one, because I would have missed that one.
I love that. That's such a good play from him. So he
Awesome.
baited those villagers in kind of with his repair villager. They were attacking it. Now Yo has archers near there too. And he's going to come into these deer villagers. ACCM doesn't realize they're there, and he's going to lose these vills to the archers. That's 4 villagers down in the last minute there for ACCM.
Yeah.
But Yo's fish are being attacked. Still, there's not too many deep fish left in this pond up north.
Yeah.
So not the worst thing in the world for
No,
Yo.
it's okay. I think Mistio is totally fine losing those. Ideally, he doesn't lose it, but it's not the worst case. And Mistio currently has a 6 villager discrepancy in terms of the economy. So he's looking very strong right now. ACM has fletching and the armor upgrade already, while Mistio doesn't have anything on his range units right now.
Yo going for a dock in the south too. I like that. Also, one thing we have to mention here is Persian.
Dave, one sec.
PC
Sorry to interrupt. Look at the northern side. Please, the dock. Please look at it.
Yeah, they're trying to attack the fishing ships, and the dock is blocking the way. And the fires are getting killed by Yo's fire. Oh, the sweat, dude. It's on the headset now. Oof.
Oh god. Oh, that's crazy. Okay,
It's on the
sorry.
keyboard, it's on the mouse, it's on the headset.
It's
How did
everywhere.
it get on the ceiling?
It's everywhere. Okay, sorry, Dave. I interrupted you.
I was gonna say, Yo is going for a dock in the south, and one thing we need to keep in mind is the faster production speed for the TC from Persian. So Yo has been killing villagers. He's had a little bit more idle TC time, but the villager count for him has been climbing. He now buys some food and some wood for what? It's not going up to Castle Age.
I'm confused because his resources right now are not looking that strong, and ACCM he could even go up to cast stage faster than Mistio here, because he is using the market in a moment, and he has a lot of gold banked up as well. So I see a world where he's capable of doing so, and Mistio, he needs to get himself the market up. Oh no, he has that already, but he's going to lose a lot of villagers here on the stone, because ACCM, he has found something juicy.
Yeah, and Yo, why retreat that way to the TC? Okay, he's gonna lose
3
villagers from this raid. And like, you have 455 stone in the bank. You're Persians, so the castle's not gonna get you too much.
Yep.
Why not just put towers everywhere? It's Atacama, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay,
ACCM.
ACCM loses the forward villager on the dock, I think, to the fire. He keeps coming back.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah. Yeah. He loves it. He wants to have more of it. And oh,
Yep.
Miss Yo goes for padded archer armor now. That is not the right technology you want to go for right now. He needs
It
to
feels
get
like
castle as soon as possible.
he needs to get like knights on the field, raiding. I think
Yep.
even a stable switch instead of investing into that or the skirms
Yeah.
would have been good in this situation. More watchtowers for sure. He adds one in the north, but still doesn't have anything on that stone. Goes for the house here to try and lock this army in.
Yeah.
Goes for a quick ball there, but he's going to lose another villager here.
Yeah, he is. And ACCM, he is going to go up to Castle Age now, while Missio, he should not be trailing behind too much. I mean, he's Persian, so his TC is working a little bit faster.
Yeah.
But he needs
And
to
he's going to have
get
4
the
pawns
market.
too.
Yeah, yeah,
He's going to have 4 pawns. So he cleared the dock out from ACCM, the pawn to the west. He could start making fishing ships there. Still got 1 fishing ship in the north. He's got the pawn in the south, and now he's got the pawn in the east as well.
Yeah.
With the villager over there. So
Yeah.
he knows that as long as he doesn't take significant damage on land, he's going to have a really firm advantage.
Exactly.
But it's about capitalizing on that, and delaying the stable is a good start
It's
from
amazing.
ACCM.
It's amazing for Missio here. The fact that he has 3 archers out right now is so annoying for ACCM. And ACCM has to build skirms in order to defend that, because Dave, he doesn't have anything for defending right now.
Yeah, this seems like a similar situation to last game. Remember? Yo lost his army
Yeah.
on the way up to Castle H, and he
Yeah.
was kind of stalled out waiting for that. And
Yeah.
low numbers of military are very effective in these transition periods. And Yo is going to kill probably 2 vills here. The second one right here. Yeah, she goes down.
Yeah.
And this is great from him. But ACCM over on that right side with the villagers. So he's looking to take control of that dock. And he brought
Exactly.
2 archers along too.
Exactly, just for safety reasons. ACCM also spots the south hand side dock from Mr. Yo. And, you know, Mr. Yo, he wants to go for stable units against Persians. I heavily disagree here.
Yeah, Celt Knights against Persian Knights. Celt Knights don't get the bloodlines, but on a map like Atacama where it's so open, an early knight, early tech into knights can be so devastating if your opponent doesn't notice the raids.
Yep,
Unfortunately, Yo is up to Castle Age at a similar time.
yep.
He's got the better knights, and he has better fishing currently.
Yep. Okay, we have now the first 2 knights out for ACCM killing those skirms, but obviously Mr. Yo doesn't care about those at all anymore. And he needs to get... Okay, he's building a few camels and now will build knights himself. We have a second TC being added by both players. And, okay, wood upgrade coming in, town watch coming in for ACCM as well. We currently have situation of economy 39 to 48. So Mr. Yo is definitely ahead here, but the game could have, you know, could go either side still. Especially with the middle. Usually you see siege pushes to get the control of the forest, and Celts are obviously very, very strong in that, as their siege units are attacking 25% faster. That sentence was way longer than I expected. Sorry, Dave. Dave muted again. Just like that. Dave! Hello. Yeah, I don't know where he is. Where's Dave? Where is Dave? Dave's streams died? Okay. Well, okay. He dropped in. That's the only thing which makes sense. Guys, I will then take care of this by myself, while we just wait for Dave to come back into this game. Mr. Yo has a very comfortable advantage right now in terms of the score. 1000 score ahead. On the right hand side, he's going to be, you know, seeking to find the counterplay against the fishing boats of ACCM, and he should be very successful in doing so. And now with the Persian Knight, he's going to be extremely annoying to ACCM right now. And ACCM, he doesn't have the units he needs right now. So, nice. Okay. Electricity or the power just went on off for Dave. So we have to wait until he's back to the business. And Missio, he's further expanding his economy. 3rd TC about to come up. We have ASSM with the 3rd TC as well. And now we have kind of a situation where it's a bit stalematey. Now the conversion could be happening. ASSM is not going for that. And yeah, Missio, he was able to snipe off 1 knight in exchange for 1 camel. Dave is muted, guys. Dave is muted. Yeah, fishing boat's going to go down. We have wheelbarrow in for Missio as well. So this is looking a bit better for him. And he is heavily on stone as well. No, never mind. Only 2. ASSM, however, he has 5 on stone. So potential castle in the middle is going to be the biggest importance here. Would a juice not be viable for Yo here? Nah. Juices are strange. Why do streamers not get laptops? Because I personally hate laptops. I hate them. And the funny thing is that Mr. Yo has complete control of all 4 lakes here. All the 4 lakes. I mean, he doesn't have too much fishing economy there, but it's definitely helping a lot. And yeah, mangonels coming out for both players. Wood upgrade coming in for Mr. as well. That's super important. We see a raid in for ASSM, killing 2 villagers. Fortunately for Mr. he has 2 towers available there. So he's not going to take further losses there. And now the conversions are going to happen. And oh, Mr. has to delete all of them. Ah, what? What? Did you guys see that? Mr. converted in 2 seconds. And ASSM in not in 10 seconds. That is so stupid. But okay, it is the way it is. We have the knights doing a nice job in getting some villager kills. It feels like neither of them is going to be able to take the advantage here. It has been on the same level for both players for most of the game right now. Mr. slightly taking the lead here, but he's going to get the knights converted here. He's charging in against those monks. No comment. No comment about the randomness of monks I once promised myself. No conversions, yikes. Faith is not so strong these days. No, not today. And this is going to be a castle fight. Both mangonels go down. Oh, ASSM was able to save that one. And I would say that he is going to have... Lawler, what the hell, man? Lawler jumping in to the action again. Thank you so much, Lawler, for the 50 gifted subs. So yeah, both players are going for the castle and it's going to go up for both of them. So now the most important thing is who is going to be able to up to Imperial Age faster. Because it looks like this is a very stalemated position and I don't think that raids could be lethal here anymore. Yeah. This man has single-handedly gifted 3,100 subs to this channel. Yep. By far the biggest baller for sure. We have Wilbar now in for ASSM Pikeman switch. So he's not seeking the action on Imperial Age. He wants to make something happen in Castle Age. And Mr. Yo, his resources don't really look like that. I'll try, Lawler. I'll try my best.
Hello.
Dave, is that you?
Yes. Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Dave, hello?
Are you messing around with me or are you actually...
Yeah, guys, I don't know. It feels like Dave is still muted.
I'm not muted. I know it. I can see the little green light around my head.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I liked it.
I'm fast forwarding. I was just literally sitting in the dark. The entire power went out. Everything gone.
That must be an amazing moment for you. You're like super excited casting and all of a sudden everything is dark.
Yeah, I was sitting alone in the dark. Exactly. It was very dark here. It was pitch black.
Nice.
All right, so we're running through up to what time are you at right now? I'm trying to catch up.
38.
38. Okay, so I'm like probably 5 minutes away from being live time, or no, probably like 3 minutes actually. It's speeding up through here. So keep casting and I'll join you. Okay.
Okay, awesome, Dave. So we have the castle coming up, the Formissio on the left-hand side as well, so that will give him a better position. And he's up to Imperial Age already, 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining, while ACCM, he's really struggling with the resources right now. He's not even close to going Imperial Age himself. And I love that move by Missio. He goes for the Hand Cannoneer. The Hand Cannoneer is going to completely shred everything Kells are going to be able to throw at them. So, lovely thing. Also in longevity, you want to have something like Hand Cannoneer and Bomber Cannons and Hussars against Kells. I think that's the best bet with persons. On the right hand side we see a little raid coming in, but Mistio will react to that, and that is a very aggressive cast by ACCM. And guys, Mistio, he has 520 stone in the bank, he has the market, so I think we will see a counter castle, and that's exactly what we are seeing right now. And I think both castles are going to go up. However, with the faster Imperial Age time for Mistio, he is going to take advantage of that by building traps and then decimate all the buildings here in the middle, which means that ACCM is not going to have any access to wood, or not healthy access.
All right, I'm almost there. I saw the castles in the middle.
Yeah.
I saw Yo raiding. I see Yo firmly ahead.
Okay.
And you said Yo was going into hand cannons as well.
Yeah. Which minute are you in, Dave?
I'm at 40 minutes right now, but I'm speeding. I'm a fast boy.
I'm at 41.
Okay, so I'm just about to catch up to you, and it's going to be Conscription coming in for Yo, Hand Cannon coming in for Yo, ACCM trying to defend with Pikemen, and there we go, live time. Yo has 3 castles here. I see the results of the castle war on the right side, and Yo even defending with monks still as he gets a number of night conversions and ACCM's raids not able to happen. I think Yo is going to take this game here as ACCM just clicks up to Imperial Age. And Yo is teching into his late game options here, Jordan. And he still controls all 4 pawns too, so that's something.
Yeah, he's in a dominating position, going to trap down those castles. And ACCM, he is going for the Imperial Age upgrade himself now. Also for the Horse Color. But Dave, I'm afraid for him. I don't think the timing is going to be there. I think it's a little bit too late. He's going to lose all the position here in the middle. On left hand side, there are raids still being very annoying to ACCM. He's going to clean those up with the pikemen. And yeah, on the right hand side, look at the monk raid. Amazing.
Monk raid doesn't get any conversions. He's running back to the safety of the castle, and he's going to decide maybe that's not so safe. We're going to back up even more, and now halberders, hand cannons, and bomber cannons coming out from Yo, and ACCM has nothing to deal with this. He's sending some pikemen, but those are going to get...
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's enough pikemen to clear it up.
No.
Beat him with numbers.
No, but
Kill him with numbers.
No.
Kill him with...
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
The thing is,
even kill a single one.
Yeah, the thing is, they have ring arch armor, and
yeah,
Dave, it was good that you caught up.
Great stuff there. Yo, taking a game. You'd love to see it.
Okay, Dave, how would you assess the situation now in terms of percentage wise? How much has it increased now?
It was what, 12?
12, yeah.
And now we're probably at like a 19.5.
19.5? Okay.
Yeah. For Yo to make the comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Depends how much sweat dripped onto the equipment from ACCM.
How much do you think is on the keyboard right now?
Oh, it's slick.
It's slick?
It is damp.
Okay.
For sure.
I don't even know that word. Okay, good. I'm very happy about that because, you know, if ACCM had won right now, that would have meant, Dave, that our time together would have been over for today.
Yep.
And that's not something I want to experience right now. especially with the power outage. So yeah, we are going to be able to go for game number 5, which is being played on Fortified Clearing.
Hey, here we go. Yo going for Bohemians against ACCM going for Turks. You went for Turks yesterday in this matchup.
Yep.
You were under a little bit of pressure from Vinchester, who, from what I could tell, never took his eye off that Arbalest army. You were fighting. That man was micring that thing to death. But you showed the Turk strategy, which is basically go FC, go into some light cav, and then try and boom behind.
Man, the way how he has used those Arbalests, that was
Yeah,
so
I know.
frustrating for me. It was so frustrating.
He never looked away, it felt
No!
like. I don't know how he managed his eco behind. He never took his eye off that army once.
No, he never did that, right? And he was always on point. I felt like 99% of the time he was looking at that area. And he has done a beautiful job of that. And I was like, booming behind, trying to get further economy. But man, that was so frustrating.
I would love to see, like, if Capture Edge had like a heat map feature from one player's point of view, which showed like which area they kept looking back to.
Oh, yeah.
Winchester's would be like bright red. That would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
just blood red over there. Like
So
blue everywhere else and just red there.
at the center of my base, everything is
Yeah, exactly.
focused there. You know what would be a good addition? If you could see the lock screen of the players.
Yeah, that I would love that. But I think the problem with that is that like lock screen in the normal spectating that you can do is kind of bugged to begin with.
It is, yeah.
And it's always kind of been that way, so you're never going to get the full experience, you know?
Exactly. But okay, Dave, we have Turks against Bohemians. And both civilizations are really excelling in those closed maps. So,
Yep.
if I think about it, what civ do you prefer right now? Because we saw that matchup between Tato and Vilese on Regicide Fortress. So, that's a map where you can compare that.
Did we? I didn't see that matchup.
Nice.
So I was busy yesterday. I didn't get to see all the matchups yesterday, but I just have a question. Like Bohemians can go for the pressure forward, right? What are the birds doing in the middle here? What the hell?
No, you don't.
What are these birds doing in the middle here? Hang on a second. Okay, anyway. Bohemians could
They-
go for the monk
they-
approach like they do on Arena. Hello?
They're patrolling, I feel like, don't they?
Yeah, they're doing something in the middle there. So they can go and grab these relics, but they can also just boom up. And they can do the same thing kind of that the Turks were doing, that you were doing in this map, right? You go FC, and you add a few extra TCs, and Bohemian Eco should theoretically be better, but they don't have the light cap for free.
Yeah. The thing is that Bohemians, they are not as strong anymore on Arena as they used to be before the patch, because back in the days, the monasteries only cost 75 wood, which would make them, you know, top 3 on Arena, and right now it's back to 175 wood, so the Monk Rush is not as lethal as it used to be, and Turks is not the civilization which you want to do a Monk Rush on, because first, they get the Lightcraft for free, so they have more resources to spend on the Lightcrafts themselves, and second of all, they even in theory could go for Janissaries, and you don't really want to have Monks against Janissaries, because the 8 range against the 9 range, yeah, Janissaries are going to be able to close the distance, and ACCM able to lame a sheep here from Mr. Yo.
Pig. It's a pig.
Wow. Dave,
Yep,
I
well
don't
done,
know.
ACCM, taking the pig at the back, and he's not going to take that back to his base. He's just going to leave it at the edge of the map. The thing I was talking about, Jordan, isn't the full-on clownery monk rush. I'm talking about like a siege workshop in a monastery to grab the relics and establish the position, and then boom up behind.
I'm just
Mr. Yo.
okay.
I'm gonna be all right.
I'm just thinking, how do you want to contest the middle against Turks with Bohemians? Do you think going to monasteries or going stable for yourself?
I guess it depends on what position you get to Castle Agent. I don't think stable is good though, right?
No, I don't think so. Because Bohemians have really bad stable units. They don't have bloodlines. I mean, it's not the thing which matters most of the time, not having bloodlines, but it feels like if you go for the stable, you're playing into the Turks' hands. So you want to do something different. Yeah, so very curious what he's going to go for. I would assume he just goes for spearmen and monks and just tries to grab 2 or 3 relics. I guess that is his best bet. Also have to keep in mind that the halberdiers or the pikemen line of Bohemians deal 25% more damage against cavalry.
Sorry, I'm kind of stun locked by these birds in the middle.
And
It's
now-
always like,
And now
it's,
2
it's always
scouts are
like the
joining.
same section of the map as well.
Yeah,
that birds get stuck.
they need.
It's always slightly right of the middle area that they get
Yes.
stuck.
Like I as a pro player have never paid attention to birds in this game, but Dave, it's now that you mention it, it's just beautiful to witness. Can we talk more about birds, please?
Oh no, but sometimes they get in. This is a very rare formation. The more common formation is like probably 10 tiles further to the right and up, and they'll be in a line, and there'll be like 7 of them all in a line pointing north. And then they'll go back south again, and they'll bump up against each other. That's the more common one. You get that about once every probably 50 games. This one I've only seen once before, I think.
I'm really scared that you are so knowledgeable about birds in Age of Empires 2.
Well, because I cast games, dude, and we cast games like this where the early eco players aren't going to likely mess that up. I mean, we have 2 seconds of idle TC time for ACCM. It's not rocket science to get a decent start on this map. So there's nothing else to talk about, you know?
Yeah, that's the downside of having those arena kind of maps in the map pool. And you know,
good,
I
though,
was
for casting. It's
Yeah.
good. We get to chill.
It's good for chilling, and it's good to embrace the nature of Age of Empires 2, isn't it?
Yep. Do you embrace nature a lot?
Always, don't you, Dave?
Okay.
Isn't like Canada the typical country where the nature is just so beautiful?
Well, it depends where you are, right? A lot
Really?
of the area is just flat with lots of mosquitoes.
No way.
So, yeah.
I thought you have mountains all over the place.
No, mountains are on the west coast.
Ah, okay.
And then there's some hills out east,
Okay.
and then there's some more mountains way in the north, but it's basically we've got like one mountainous area basically.
Okay. I didn't know that you have a lot of issues with mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, dude. I once had coming back from a canoe trip, I once had 52 mosquito bites on my right hand, the back of my right hand alone. So on my
52.
body, it was probably like over 200, maybe
Wow.
3, maybe 400.
Yeah. Okay. I thought we have it bad here, but that's obviously not the case. We see ACCM going for the stable, going up to cast stage, and we will see Missio going for straight 2 monasteries, I would be assuming, Dave. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense that he has 5 villages on gold.
Yep.
We don't
Went
see a
up
barrack
24
from him.
pop too. Went up very early.
Yep.
And he is going to winning this scout fight actually matters here, especially considering Turks will get light cab for free. So we'll see. I think Yo is going to take this one, and Yo does take that one. So ACCM added another scout behind. Okay, that's why he was just taking that fight with
Yeah,
very
but
little
even-
concern. He added the other scout behind, but still, kind of sloppy from him to lose that.
Even then, you never want to take the risk here as ACCM because losing that scout definitely shrinks down the strength you have in fighting for the middle. And Missio, he was very fortunate now, and he can just heal up his scout, and he's going to be completely fine. Now the monastery goes up. ACCM didn't catch a glimpse of that yet with the scouts. Second TC.
I think he knows what's coming though. He goes for the scout approach. He's gonna get light cap for free, and he's gonna be waiting for a monastery of his own. There we go.
Yeah, but-
So he's just gonna try and delay and grab as many relics as he can.
But Dave, with the way it's being played right now, Missio should not have any chance whatsoever to get one relic.
Get a relic. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Especially if I'd like to see one more scout. Okay, there it is. I love to see that third scout from ACCM. So he can lock down the right side, he can lock down the left side, and then have a third scout waiting to respond if Yo manages to sneak away with a relic.
Yep.
And then he can bring in the relics only 2 monks from ACCM would be great too. Grab the forward ones
Yeah,
first
yeah, yeah.
and then follow up with the safer ones.
Exactly, that's totally enough. Now ACCM is adding the second TC, but that's going to be a huge disadvantage for Mr. being down 5 relics. And Turks are going to be super happy about that, because with Turks, you're really heavily dependent on gold, and yeah, that's exactly what you will get for from 5 relics.
Yo will have the better boom here, though. He just
Yes.
got fervor, so his villagers are going to be faster here. He was on the third TC faster, and he's going back with the monk. He knows, ooh, there's not much opportunity for me to be able to pick up these relics. I'm going to try and snipe this monk from ACCM, and he gets it. That's a good snipe from Yo, but he lost the scout still. Scout doesn't have much usability past this point with all those light cav on the field.
Yeah. And now Mr. Yo's boom looks very, very strong. He already has 39 villagers compared to the 35 for ACCM, and that discrepancy is only going to grow over time. And yeah, ACCM, he needs to get himself the 30C up as soon as possible. And I'm just wondering by the approach from Mr. Yo, what he wants to transition into. Is he going to go for the 4th TC? Does he go for a more faster Imperial Age? I'm not sure about that one.
Trying to bait ACCM into coming after his monk. It's a dangerous game you're playing, though. You take your eye off this for 1 second. Look at him. Through the gate, back through the gate, out the gate, back through the gate. By the way, Jordan, you said discrepancy instead of discrepancy. So when you weren't thinking about it, you said the word correctly. It's good. I like it.
Do I usually pronounce it wrong?
Discrepancy. Yeah. It's kind of like, it's charming, though. It's like your signature thing, you know?
Oh. I didn't know. I always felt like, okay, I have good English here. And no one corrected me there. Nice.
Hey, man,
So,
your English is
discrepancy.
better than my German, so I can't judge.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But it's discrepancy, right?
No, it's discrepancy.
Discrepancy.
I was even complimenting you on saying it right. And then you're like, it's discrepancy.
You know what, Dave? I will not be able to memorize.
I know. It's going to be all messed up in your mind now. You're going to be even more confused.
Man, and I have a semi-final to play as well. Like, give me a break, Dave, man.
I know. You're just going to be thinking, like, game 6, you're going to be like, oh, can't think about the Civ matchup. Discrepancy?
Discrepancy. Yeah, okay.
Nope. Discrepancy. Yeah.
Okay, let's stop that one, because I don't think that's going to be too healthy for us. Okay, we have ACCM building the 4th TC. So he's looking to catch up in that regard. And his villagers are not too far behind here, Dave.
Yeah, and Yo answered your question. What was he going to go into? Well, he's making the castle right here forward.
Yep.
And he's sticking with the 3TC approach. I'd love to see him get handcart before going in here. I think it'd be good. Cancel a few vills, get handcart, and then you have the super speedy vills.
Yep.
You can have a really, really efficient 3TC economy here versus a 4TC from the Turks.
Exactly, especially having in mind that the Bohemian villages also with Favre are going to be even faster. So that helps a lot. And I think what we are going to see from Mr. Yo, I mean, that's the only play which would make sense in my opinion, is Halberdiers and the Hofnitze.
And if he gets enough, how do you stop it, right? That's the question.
Yeah, exactly.
The problem is getting enough. Like Vinchester tried to go instant Hufnitze against you yesterday on an open map.
That was very ambitious.
Yes, it was very ambitious, and I think you had like 5 bombard cannons versus 1 Hufnitze. It was.
Man, when I saw that, that was scary, because I was like, wow, he has even economy to spend the resources on that. Like,
no, he didn't.
How good that must be. But yeah.
That's all he had to spend the resources. That's the only resources he had in that game. But you made it work, and there's the first hot site wagon of the game out for Mr. Yo. And you need redemption to convert these bad boys, so you can just come out here and start sniping these monks for free.
Yeah.
Siege Workshop there from ACCM. Yo now going for University, and Yo's already on the way up to Imp. No handcards still.
No handguard. That's definitely a little downside for him. But the Mangonel should be having a good time now against the Hussite wagon, as it adds extra damage against that one. And yeah, nothing too crazy going up right now. He's even repairing the Hussite wagon.
That's what I'm talking about. You really need that bad boy. Is he just going pure Hussite wagon production here?
No. That doesn't make any sense. He already goes
chemistry
for chemistry
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go. But I'm talking Hussite wagons with some bombard cannons behind. But there's monks even being added in here from Mr. Yo. He's adding another monk, so it's gonna be monk techs with bombard cannons. The problem with that is that ACCM has the tools to counter that, and he gets it for free.
Yep.
With the Hussar. And
Yep.
ACCM also walling on the left side and has a villager on the right side too.
Yeah, this is looking very good for ACCM. He goes up to Imprivilege now himself. And it doesn't feel like Mr. Yo has the tools right now to make a crucial damage. Like, he's going to be having Trebuchet out much faster. But it feels like the army behind is lacking. What is he going to transition into? It is, as you predicted, the Monk play, but I don't like that.
No, and he's trying to do Spearman at the same time. He's trying to make a Treb. He already got chemistry, but he's not making a bombard cannon.
Yeah.
He's just kind of all over the place here, Mr. Yo, and he's repairing his Hussite wagon on the right side from a long way away as the light cav come in.
Yeah.
So he knows ACCM is going to try and pressure him on that side. He's going to try and go for another forward castle here, Jordan.
It definitely looks like that.
God. Oh my god. What is that?
That is a very
Way
aggressive...
too far forward.
That is a very aggressive castle. That is way too aggressive. And Mr. Yo has no idea about the castle being there. He now gets the confirmation. And we should see Trebuchet coming out. No, I guess he wants to build the bombard cannons instead. And at the beginning with the Monk play, he's going to have some potential to...
He might get away with this. Honestly,
Yeah.
he might get away with this. With Hussite
Yeah.
wagons, they can tank shots from the castle.
Yeah.
You just need to get aggressive with these Hussite wagons.
Yeah, exactly.
Kill the Janissaries. Send some more villagers. I mean, he's only got 5 villagers building that forward castle. If this tower goes up, it's going to be able to deny this, but can it range the vills on the far side? No fletching! It can't!
Oh! Yeah, but still...
Fletching is coming in right now, 15 seconds away. The castle may go up here.
Yeah. And we have redemption on those monks already, so he's going to be able to convert any incoming bombard cannons. And Fletching is in, and he still cannot reach the castle.
Oh my god, Yo actually getting away with this castle. Imagine, we both thought that was way too aggressive.
No way.
And the castle is forward. The castle from ACCM is being pressured. ACCM can't bring his Janissaries over to the right side because there's a castle there that's going to kill them. He can't really engage against the cannons in the middle, and his production of Hussars is being cut off by that castle position as well. Yo has a Hussite wagon in the north to try and clear up the forward there from ACCM, but ACCM is going to be able to range that gold with the Hussar. But still, Yo is on a warpath right now and down through the middle.
Definitely. And we have Hubnice coming in as well. 1 minute away from that, and he's going to be able to deal so much damage against any unit out there. So Mr. Yo definitely has a little timing window here. And look at the monastery of ACCM where it is.
Where is it? Oh, it's right there. Oh my god, and there's 5 relics in there.
Yeah.
He needs to start evacuating. Stat.
Exactly.
He needs to get out of there.
Exactly. And the problem for ACM right now is he was committing heavily on the Janissary play, but he doesn't have any castle up right now himself. He's trying to build one on the left-hand side, but I don't think that is a great idea here.
And you're in a really rough... It's a position you find yourself in a lot with Turks where you want to raid with Hussar, but you don't have any of the cavalry upgrades.
Yeah.
So, like, he's getting fully defeated by pikemen in the north.
Exactly.
They're doing so much damage to his Hussar, along with the Bohemians bonus. And the raiding is just not happening there. He's going for an archer range, maybe to produce some hand cannons at the side there. But his second castle will be wiped up. His monastery is under threat. And Yo is firmly controlling this middle area. All from that one castle we both thought was unnecessarily aggressive.
Yeah, and it felt like that castle should have never gone up here, but...
Never.
Yeah, Mr. Yo, he made it happen somehow. I guess ACCM placing the tower a bit too passively has definitely had a reason for that. And now the siege workshops are going to be killed as well by Mr. Yo. And that means that all the aggression or all the position in the center for ACCM is completely lost here.
Oh, that's tragic. The forward villager from ACCM just got killed by a bear.
No way!
Oh, that's the
No
worst villager to
way.
get killed by wildlife on the map. That
Man.
is terrible.
Man. Well, we had it on Land Madness, where Missio had to face up against the strength of the wildlife, and now, you know, the good old karma. It is ACCM's turn. And it feels like whenever you're being attacked by those wild guys, you're in a losing position, Dave. Maybe Age of Empires 2 is not about strategy, but more about who can fight off against the wildlife better.
Yep. It's about being one with nature.
Yep,
That's why we sit out our computers all day playing it.
exactly.
That monastery still has relics inside.
How?
And it is very close to the action here. And now we have 11 Hussite wagons. And you just have to ask yourself, like, what is ACCM going to do if that number keeps climbing with Hufnitsa behind? The Hufnitsa can clear up the bombard cannons as he loses villagers in the middle, the ones he had remaining. And he doesn't have any options against these Hussite wagons without the bomber cannons around.
Oh. 3 Hussars are in onto Missio's base. That's definitely hurting. But, you know,
There's a
ACCM,
castle there.
ACCM, he right now has 150 population against 160 of Mistio. And if we're talking about the quality of the units, I definitely prefer Mistio's here. He's almost 2,000 score ahead as well. So this looks
He's
like... Yeah, good.
He's got 2 counters to the bomber cannons from ACCM. He's got
Yep.
the monks, and he's got the Hufnitsa.
Yep.
And the bomber cannons are the only thing right now that can deal with the Hussite wagons.
Yeah. Oh, this is looking very, very tough for ACCM. He's about to lose all his economy in the middle as well. I don't see really a way how he can engage against these. No, the conversion is coming in against the bombard cannon as well. And that is definitely a huge loss for ACCM. These guys are so valuable.
Look at this. 3 Hufnitsa, 3 Trebs behind,
Yep.
Hussite wagons in front.
Yep.
He's defending against the raid in the north. He's going to send out halberdiers there to try and clear that up.
Yep.
Install ACCM a little bit. And he's just pushing it with these Hussite wagons.
Yep.
They do shoot very slowly, and their damage output sometimes is very frustrating. But they are tanky, man. They survive a lot of hits.
Yeah, definitely. Interestingly to note, Mistio doesn't have ballistic set, and you know, that's what I'm wondering. How can players at that level not have ballistic at this time?
I know, especially on a map like this.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Like that's a big blunder.
It feels like something you should just immediately be doing.
Yeah.
At least, you know, he's not teching into something like Cav Archers where it's necessary to get a technology like that. This Hufnitsa is going to live! 17 villagers attacking it, and it's going to live.
How much armor does it have? Yeah, okay, it only
Okay,
takes 1
guys.
damage. It only takes 1 damage against that. We see ACCM trying to go for a castle in the north hand side. But,
Yep.
Dave, I don't think that one is going to allow him to salvage the situation.
No, the Hussite wagons can just run in at will.
Man, they're
Although
so
there is
freaking
quite a
slow.
few hand cannons now. There's quite a few hand cannons now from ACCM.
Yeah.
And Yo still hasn't dealt with the stuff in the north. I think,
Yeah.
like, he needs to do something about this. He brought a monk over, which is good. He can convert the bombard cannon, get a shot off on the other bombard cannon. Maybe, but the Hussar are coming in now. Still no fletching for Yo, so that castle is not doing much damage at all against that, but he's pushing into the middle. He's not stopping on that front.
Yeah. And, in the meanwhile, we had ACCM having the 5-0 lead in terms of the relics. Not looking like that anymore. 5
So-
relics for Mistio.
Why does Yo go for a castle with 5 villagers incredibly forward when he has exactly 650 stone? But now that he has 2k stone and like the majority of the map control, He doesn't want to place the castle.
Yeah, it's
Why is that, Jordan?
super strange. Dave, I have no idea. Like, I think the only reason is that he's focusing. He's focusing on the north on the middle, and I mean he's in a position where he's completely dominating. His opponent has only 110 population, and Mr. has 170. So that is a huge lead. He needs to find a way to clean up the aggression on the northern side. That must be his most important priority right now. And I think he's going to be able to do so because Hufnitze is going to come into the play. And he still has 1,600 stone to spend.
Spending a lot on that castle. He's got a lot of villagers repairing it, but that's probably the right play right now. You just need to delay as long as possible. ACCM even going for a 5th bombard cannon up there.
Yep.
So he's really trying to take that castle down. Yo, however, has cleared up the bombard cannons from ACCM at home. And he's going to keep pushing him with Halbs, Hufnitze, Trebs behind, some Hussite wagons. And ACCM's eco, like his resource bank, is simply not there.
Yeah,
there's nothing in reserve. And here come the Hussite wagons for the bombard cannons in the north. Yo's going to get that castle up to full HP, and he's going to have Hufnitze at the top there. So ACCM should be done pretty soon.
Yeah, and ACCM, he doesn't have the extra range on those bombard cannons. Well, so he's not going to be as strong. And Hufnitze, well, okay. I was thinking that was a one-shot. That was not the case. But it's very hard to engage into that now. And Hufnitze is going to get a kill, I would assume.
Yep.
1, finally.
Here we go. 2, 3. How did that not kill? I don't know.
ACCM is not paying attention here, and I think this is the moment where he realizes, okay, I'm out of this game. Losing 4 bombard cannons for nothing. Definitely very helpful. 200 population against below 100. Dave, do you think we are going to see a repeat of game number 1?
With ACCM going down to 59 pop?
Yep.
I don't think so. I think as soon as he loses this Treb, he's going to know that it's over. And that castle is going up now from Yo. His base is completely cut down the middle.
Yep.
Maybe you can play on if you're ratting it out in one corner. But with your eco split like this, I don't know.
Yep.
It's just too many areas to focus on. You're done.
Yep. Definitely looks like that. Okay, the castle is going to be sieged now. And I don't see anything going on for ACCM right now anymore. It looks very dire for him.
Ooh, ACCM fans kind of getting a little bit nervous now, Jordan. Calls the GG, and that's
called.
2 straight games in a row.
Ooh, the momentum swing.
Yep.
The momentum swing is real, man.
The sweat is everywhere.
How do you think ACCM feels right now? Having lost the last 2 games and knows exactly that his tournament life could end if he loses the next 2 games as well.
Yep, and the fact that he probably could have been in a much better position if he had just denied that castle.
Yep.
Over there for Mr. Yo. That was going
for
up
sure.
with 5 vills. It was going up with 5 vills. If that castle doesn't go up, if Yo gets denied off that, completely different game here, I think.
Yeah, and that castle was destined to be a doubt castle. Because there is no way this castle goes up. It was almost as good as Winchester's 3 villager castle yesterday, which was also very ambitious. When you place those castles forward, you want to commit more villagers there for sure.
Okay, 3-2.
Yep.
Here we are.
Okay, we are about to jump into game number 5. It's just loading up, guys. And indeed, we are having game number 6 on Sahara. ACCM playing in the red trunks as Saracens. And in the north, we have Mr. Yo playing the blue trunks as Tatars. Looking at the map.
Interesting.
Yeah, Dave, go ahead. What do you think interesting?
I would have, if you would have told me the players and asked what civs they would pick on a map like this, it would probably be Saracens for Yo, and then like Tatars for ACCM. But of course, your opponents draft your civs, so you're kind of shoehorned into that. But ACCM will have to apply pressure here.
Yeah,
to Mr. Yo, because the later on this game gets, the worse it's going to be for him.
Yeah. And it's also a nice map for Tatars is in the center. It is so
The hills, yeah.
yeah, it is so hilly. And Tatars get the bonus damage 25% more if they're on the hill, which is very helpful. Now, I would assume, or I would claim that for Sahara, they are rather close together, both on spawning on the left-hand side of the map. And that means that Saracens should have a bit of a better situation compared to if they were further apart from each other.
I think the golds on this map are designed to be forward as well. You can see like
Exactly.
Yo's golds are forward towards the middle.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for ACCM, both of his golds have spawned on Yo's side and are underneath that hill, which is an issue. But fortunately for him, he does have the berries back, which is a lot of the times the thing you pressure first.
Yeah.
Whereas Yo's berries are forward and really kind of awkward to defend. So we'll see who comes out on top here. Yo has come forward. He's going to try and lame these goats. ACCM is going to try and escape with that goat. Yo is going to try and escape with that goat too, but ACCM is on the right side. And
Mistio taking the advantage
Yo
here.
will go back for that goat now.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to do so. That's beautiful.
Get it.
No! Oh! He got
That
it!
villager should be fired.
Yeah, you did. You only had one job, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, ACCM doesn't want to take the fight.
Oh, don't lose the scout. No, against... Oh, that's awful. That is absolutely awful losing your scout there. Now Yo can mix it up. Yo can go with whatever he wants to do now, and ACCM will have no idea what's happening.
Dave, I gotta ask you. How much sweat is on the keyboard right now?
There's a lot of sweat. There's a lot.
There is no reason, Dave, for him to take that fight. Like, there's no
there's
reason.
none. There's none. What do you want? You want that goat back? Screw the goat. Make some beef.
Oh, yeah, that's very, very rough for ACCM. He will not have... If you're looking at his scouting point of view, Dave, he has nothing.
He sees nothing. No, he doesn't even know. And remember, Yo, like you said at the beginning here, Yo and ACCM are pretty close, unusually close to each other for Sahara. ACCM is probably going to assume that Yo is on the right side of the map. So even if he makes military, he's probably going to send it that way. And he's going to lose time as well. Yo is actually north of him. His scouting is so weird, though. Like, look at that straight line that he ran.
Yeah, because of the sheep.
Yeah, it's so strange. He was trying to hide that. He's going to go for wall-offs here, and now he has no idea what Yo is up to. Still has these 2 forward golds that he needs to defend, and Saracens without gold just feel really awkward.
Yeah, Saracens are having their economy based on gold, so yeah, that doesn't work. Mistio getting in the 2 extra sheep, and I think he will be able to find the ones on the northern side as well. And he lamed 1 sheep, which means, or yeah, it's a sheep, which means his opponent doesn't have the sheep, and in addition to that, as he's Tatars, he will have 150 food instead of the 100.
It's a goat. Kep, hello, Jordan.
Okay, yeah.
Did your power go out?
No, it's good. I was just
Okay.
scratching my head.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave is enjoying that. As I
All
said,
right.
Dave, you would be a good teacher.
Yeah.
No, that's not the right answer. No, you have to say something different.
Yeah, without the weird German accent, though.
Yeah.
That is not the right answer.
That was good. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like
I know. It's over the top cinematic German accent
That. Yep.
via
But
Hollywood.
it's-
Oh, Yo is what, like 2 houses away from having a fantastic wall here. He goes for the
Yeah.
Palisades.
Yeah. He's looking.
And he's going to
very
lock
strong.
down that gold on the other side. And like we said before, ACCM has to play super defensive here. Can't go for any early aggression. He went up 22 vills. He's trying to wall off that gold because he has no idea what Yo is up to. He doesn't know where Yo is. And he can't even really compare his score to Yo's because he doesn't have a scout looking around.
Okay.
So he has no idea if there's like militia coming forward, soon to be men at arms. He's absolutely clueless.
He's absolutely clueless. And if we look at Mr. Yo's point of view, he knows where the 2 goals are. for ACCM. He knows that ACCM has walled indeed. And Mr. he's playing this one very, very good now.
Oh man.
But I'm seeing Yo scout dead. Never mind.
You're seeing it dead?
Yeah.
What are you, like, clairvoyant or something?
Look what he's doing.
He's trying to idle ACCM's villagers, and ACCM is having none of it. Shifts off that goat now. He's gonna try and complete the walls here. Yo is just keeping an eye on what's going on. He's trying to cause some idle time with the walling villager, with the villagers under the TC. He's feeling it now, Jordan. Oh man, Yo is feeling it now.
He is playing with arrows here right now.
Yeah. It's fine though. That scout is 4 HP.
Yeah.
He's caused enough annoyance for ACCM.
Yeah. I mean,
And ACCM, after all of this, has managed to wall off that gold. It can still be ranged by archers, which Yo is going into right now. But he's managed to kind of secure it.
yeah. He must be going for archers now. Or is he going for skirms? That doesn't make sense. I suppose it must be archers for ACCM, but ACCM, he doesn't have anything on gold, so what is he going for, Dave?
I think he realizes losing the scout was an issue. The golds are going to be an issue, and I think he's going to play a little bit greedy here, Jordan. He's not going to go for unit production right away. He stalls it out. Now produces the first archer. And we'll go out to that gold now, and he's going to place another house there. Maybe wall even further out if he can.
Yeah.
To protect the gold.
Yeah, and the thing is, Dave, that Mr. He already has 3 archers out. He's adding the second archer range, and his economy is looking very good. He needs to add more villages to sustain the 2 archer range production of archers, yeah. And ACCM, look at where he's scouting! He has no clue where Mr. is.
This is what we said. And the Lions are going to kill the Spearman eventually, but he has absolutely no idea where his opponent is, because this is an unusual generation for Sahara to be so close.
Yeah, exactly. And now ACCM is forced to build skirms. He doesn't have... He doesn't even have a blacksmith.
And, like, if he were playing... This whole approach tells me, ever since he lost his scout and he went for these walls, he wanted to play kind of greedy with Saracens. If he were playing safe, he would have already towered this area, for sure.
Yeah. You don't really want to place a tower, because using those 200 stone for market transactions is much more nicer compared to building a tower there if you play it greedy. But it's just very unsafe, and yeah, Mr. is able to punish that, and that's why it was important for me that the goals most of the time are spawning forward, at least on this map, because this makes it very aggressive.
Yeah. With Saracens, you could even make an argument here to go on that stone at the back.
Yeah, for sure.
Get the market up. Go on the stone, get the market up. You're going to have a really good price on selling that, and that's going to give you enough to secure this middle area. He's got 4 skirmishers right now. He's getting the armor even for the skirms.
Mr. has to be very careful here, because if the skirms are out, then he's going to be able to kill those archers without any problem. And yeah, it feels like Mr. is definitely doing a big mistake here, overstaying his welcome, I feel like. Oh, and ACCM is going to left-hand side instead of the other side. Oh. Yeah, I don't think that was the right play by ACCM. I think he should have gone from the right-hand side, because now...
Got on the hill and then come down onto the archers.
Mr. just... retreats. You know what? I hate the sound of lions attacking. Like, that's so annoying. Okay.
Well, they're sniffing each other's butts right now, I guess.
Man, Dev, you can definitely tell. you can definitely tell you have a lot of casting experience already with nature.
I like wildlife.
Wildlife, yeah.
Big wildlife guy. And there's another lion attacking.
Yeah.
I love how they like jump for joy when they attack. They're like, wee! Look at him from behind. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, ACCM is going to be able to clean those archers up, but... What the hell? Look
Why
at
put the archery range there? Why put it there? Why not put it forward?
Yeah, I don't understand this as well.
That
but
just it obstructs your gold, and you can't really wall in front. Like you should, with your buildings, you should try to be walling with a little bit forward to protect that goal.
yeah.
It's the sweat, man.
Yeah,
It's the sweat.
it's the sweat on the keyboard. He must click there, and now ACCM is not in a worst position here, Dave, because
Nope.
he is up to cast stage in a moment, and Mr. Yo is still far away from that. Well, not far, but he will definitely be trailing behind there.
And ACCM has both the eco upgrades too. He's got double bit axe and a horse collar, and he added in a decent amount of farms too. Like Yo really took his foot off the gas here.
Yeah.
He didn't go for any significant pressure. He added in a couple extra scouts, but the question is like, why? And now he's losing all his archers against the micro from ACCM.
And ACCM definitely in the better position right now. With those archers, he's going to be able to kill those scouts as well. And he has such a huge advantage now in terms of uptime. So Mystio, he needs to be very cautious, and he needs to wall up the left-hand side with houses.
And there's a stable from ACCM. I just wondering, like, why add the scouts here from Yo? I guess he saw some skirmishers there, but still, it seemed kind of unnecessary because your opponent's already walled on the front side there. You know he's walled on the edges.
Yep.
Not going to be able to get in. Why not just try and get up to Castle Age quickly? Get that free thumb ring and get some damage in. He's going for skirms now. Interesting. Okay.
The idea was that he's going to be able to fend off skirms with the scouts, but ACCM, he only built 4 or 5 skirms in order to crush the archer army by Mystio. And Mystio, usually he's known for having great decision making, but in this case he definitely did not have the best decision making. And now ACCM is going to be up in Castle Age. I love the fact that Mystio has walled himself with the house walls, so he's not going to be too vulnerable on the left hand side. But we will see a siege workshop coming up now for ACCM, and no, never mind, he's building a TC.
Second TC.
And I don't think that is the right way to approach it.
And he deleted the houses and he's housed. Oh, that's rough, dude. That's a terrible feeling.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely. But, after all the things which happened, early stage, I don't mind ACCM's position too much anymore.
Yep. And Yo is just waiting to get to the Castle Age. He'll probably go for a town center of his own. And
Elite skirmish.
Where is it going to be?
Elite skirmish
first. Okay.
Yep. Now we have
abandon the wood line on the on the front. Good. Okay, he runs away from that because the crossbows were there.
Yeah. And now he's running all the villages to the northern side of the wood. So this is everything. Like everything of this could have been prevented so easily by Mystio. So he's making the life so much harder for him. And now with the elite skirms, he's obviously going to be able to completely wreck the crossbows. But he's not going to be able to find too much damage, I would be assuming. Because ACCM, or he doesn't have real the ballistics, right? So he's not going to be able to find the kills. We have an engagement.
Bad opening engagement. Really bad for ACCM, and Yo is doing exactly the right thing. He's just walking, getting close to the archers, and he's already taken out so many crossbows. ACCM took his eye off his army for 1 second, and he's getting super punished by it. He does have a knight on the field. He's getting the armor right now.
Yeah.
But Yo getting the +2 armor for his skirms.
Yeah. And now the skirms
just dive past the knight.
Yeah,
go after
sure.
the crossbows.
They're totally fine. The knight doesn't have the damage output right now. And we also see, as you mentioned, the second armor as well. So those skirms are not taking as much damage from the units anymore. And now the knight is forced to retreat. It only has the armor defense. It doesn't have bloodlines. And therefore, the only way for ACCM to salvage the situation is by getting a Mangonel out, which he is going to be able to do. And what is wrong with those Ospreys, man? Both players are attacking that. Huh?
Yeah, Yo doesn't like him.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Sacrifices archers to take out that ostrich.
Yeah.
That's fine, I suppose. And he goes for 2 TCs. One on each side of that wood line, one on the stone, one on the gold.
Yeah.
ACCM going for his 3rd TC. And the villager count is going to be fairly even here, but there's potential for a big Mangonel shot. And ACCM isn't there on time, and he's gonna kind of miss him with the knights. But that's a really weak knight. Yeah, should have probably pulled that guy back.
Yeah, and you don't really want to commit too heavy on the knights here, because your opponent as the Tatars will just mix in the CA.
And your Saracens too, so there's no opportunity to upgrade them.
Yeah,
If you have a decent number heading into Imp.
Yeah. On the left hand side, Mistio trying to be a bit annoying, but obviously not finding any villager kills. ACCM has paid attention there. And as you mentioned, Dave, both players have 3 TCs right now. We have a discrepancy. No. Deviation, no. A minus of 3 villagers right now.
Discrepancy deviational minus. I like that. I haven't heard that before. I like it.
That was one of the most creative phrasings I've ever had in my life, I guess.
Oh, Yo missing most of the shots here with the CA, and he's going to lose a few of those.
Yeah.
Thought he could get pretty aggressive there, but didn't have Ballistics. Ballistics is on the way from ACCM.
Yep.
And he's firmly controlling these 2 golds, so he's done a really good job there. Cav Archer's trying to get in on the right side, but ACCM is fully housewalled, even adding a stone wall along the edge, which is great.
Yep.
And he's going to be able to defend against this. Yo, going for a siege workshop of his own.
Yep.
Went for a university and is now adding in a market too to balance his eco a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's actually looking decent for him.
yeah, he has a lot of wood, and now with ballistics, those CA are... Yeah, okay, never mind. He's able to run in time. He doesn't have bloodlines yet, so you don't really want to do anything with the CA yet. Gotta wait for that. And also getting ballistics out at this point of time definitely makes sense for Mistio.
Knights incoming once again from ACCM. He's expecting skirms up here. He's going to run into skirms and cav archers. He's going to keep those knights in the middle. He's also found the cav archers at the south, so he's tracking that army at least.
Yep.
Can't come back to hit him again, but Yo is very quick, so he's going to run away from that, and he'll add in his own Mangonel. And this is going to the late game here, so I'd love to see both players go on to stone with more. Yo's got 4 on stone currently. It's time to start thinking about where you're going to place your castles and what unit copy you're going to go into in Imperial Age.
Currently we have ACCM 3 on stone, while Mistio, it looks like, by the way he's approaching it, that he wants to get the stone heavy composition. Maybe, how's the unit called again?
Keshik?
Kashik, oh yeah, thanks. The Kashik is definitely something which is in his mind. And Ballistics is going to hit in a second, but he doesn't have bloodlines yet. His army, however, is so much stronger than
he's got the
ACCM's.
+2 armor,
Yep.
thumb ring, no bloodlines.
Yeah.
If he gets bloodlines, he can just run in toward. He can just run in towards this anyway.
Yeah, for
Especially
sure.
with the elite skirms. Send the elite
Yeah.
skirms up onto the hill, and then you
Yeah.
can snipe the knights as they come in
Yeah.
with the cav archers.
Exactly. Now,
Ballistics
ACCM,
is in.
yeah,
Ooh,
this
run
he's
away.
going to take so much losses here. ACCM is, and don't think. Oh, let's not forget these are Tatar units on hill, so they're going to be even stronger than usually.
Happy line.
Yeah, that one is going
Yay!
to happen. Look at that.
Yay!
He's going to be completely ignored.
Yay!
The TC killed it.
Aw. Tragic.
If we look at the
Again.
overall situation, Mistio is not too far away from going in Pro Age.
He's not. And Thumb Ring coming in now from ACCM. ACCM does have... Well, he had 28. He's got less now as he's being raided by the skirms, but he does have 28 farms. He does have a few more villagers than Yo. And he's got all of the Castle Age eco upgrades except for Handcart. So his economy is not looking terrible. It's not like a typical Saracen market-only eco.
Yeah.
It's pretty balanced.
Yeah, his economy is definitely strong, but it feels like Mr. Yo's economy is definitely capable of matching up with that. They don't have any big difference there. And yeah, Mr. Yo, he's going to be up to Imperial Age right now, while ACCM, he still is quite a way behind that. And we have an engagement coming in, and this one should be very dominating for Mr. Yo here with the CA and the
This
skirms
one
in the
will
main.
decide who gets a castle on this hill right here.
Yeah.
If ACCM wins it, he puts a castle here very difficult for Yo.
Yep.
If Yo wins this, then he is going to really want to sneak a castle over here, especially with the cav archers and with the skirmishers with +2 armor. And there it is right there. begun the castle wars have and finished they have, but that was a good shot from ACCM. And these cav archers are pretty weak. And Yo decides to put this further back.
And he still doesn't have bloodlines.
Still no.
How can you not have bloodlines at this moment as a pro player?
I mean, that's like not having ballistics. I mean,
yeah, like, come on. That's just not a thing. Someone in chat says, at least he has ballistics. That's a good one.
Elite Skirm from ACCM. He hasn't clicked up yet. He's going Elite Skirm. I like the way Yo has put one Skirm on along these walls on the right side just to be annoying, and he might actually kill some farming villagers here.
Yeah, it kind of looks like
with
that.
This dude.
Yeah. The thing is, Mr. Yo, he doesn't care too much about the cav archers right now, due to the fact that he's switching to the Kashik. And he currently has one castle. And yeah, okay, he's relocating his stone. So I feel like at this point you need to have at least 2 or 3 castles out there. And wow! He lost a lot of cav archers.
Dude, no bloodlines has hurt him so much. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he's probably like, why are these things dying?
Yeah.
Check everything. Oh my god, I don't have bloodlines. Yikes.
Yikes. Oh.
Big mangonel shot. Oh! You
Then
can't lose this before you get to imp, dude.
And another one. Oh no! ACCM is falling apart.
It's getting awfully damp. Vietnam, humidity is rising. Glasses are fogging up, Jordan.
Oh,
and there's the castle. There's the second castle right there. And Keshik are very strong.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very strong option. Now, Saracens do have Mamluks. So there's that, but they just feel underwhelming sometimes, unless you get all the technologies, and then they can be very good.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy, ACCM, he is down the ropes. It feels like there's nothing going for him anymore. He has 120 villagers. That's not too bad. He just needs to be able to buy himself the time he needs. We have now Archer armor coming in. Sorry about that. And Capram for Mystio as well.
Capped Ram.
Very interesting
Feels
choice.
like you can... Yeah, it feels like you can accomplish everything you need with the Trebs. You don't need the Capped Ram, really. I guess he's got the Forward Siege Workshop on the right, so he's going to try for like some sort of surprise push over here, divide and conquer, while ACCM is focusing over on the center. But still, this is curious to spend res on that.
Wow. And another castle coming up for Mr. Yo here, Dave. He really wants to cement himself on that position, on that hill. And we have Chemistry, Conscription, Handcard, Embracer coming in for ACM. Lovely, lovely techs. However, I don't think they are going to be able to save ACCM.
No, we're going to a game 7 here, I think. Oh my god.
Man, how crazy is that?
Oh, I feel for him right now, but he's still... I mean, he still has 127 vills, equal with Mr. Yo. He's keeping that castle alive. He's going to run out of stone eventually.
Yep.
Chemistry is still 30 seconds away, and then you have another 30 seconds to make a bombard cannon. Siege Engineer is now coming in for Yo.
Yep.
This castle is going to die even quicker.
And I like what ACCM is doing right now. I love what ACCM is doing. I love it.
This is all you can do. You can't take the fight against the castles. You need to come in here. Move the Arbalest, though, so that the Rams can get access to the wall.
No, and Saracen's Arbalest, man. They're shredding the house. And now we have...
They'll shred the TCs if they get in there. And there's the castle from Yo. ACCM needs to go in here right away.
That's not going to go up, is it?
I think it will.
Yeah.
He's going to lose a lot of vills, though.
Yeah.
ACCM needs like 5 control groups to stop that castle, and it's just not happening. Plus, there's Cav Archers behind.
Yeah. Oh, he should not engage with the Cav Archers. Just
might give him time to push back the castles from Yo at the front, though. Because Yo's not paying attention to that. He's not repairing.
Man,
he's killing villagers under the TC.
ACCM has the lead in terms of population, Dave.
Yep. Yep.
Are we seeing a comeback?
Potentially. I mean, Yo is repairing the castle at the front side now. Yo is ranging those trebuchets.
Yes.
from ACCM.
Does he have 18 range now? No, 16 plus 3. Is it 16 plus 3? Really? I thought it was 18.
He got Siegecraft.
Oh yeah, yeah, siege engineers. He has 19 range now with those trebuchets.
Dude, he's got the Narnia trebuchets. Shooting through an interdimensional portal from 5,000 miles away. He's ranging it, dude.
I love
range
those.
everything.
I love those. Hallelujah. So on left hand side, ACCM desperately trying to make something happen as well. But we have Elite Kashik and Plate Barding Armor coming in as well for Mistio. So yeah.
I think there's a bug with this technology, though. I think there's legitimately okay, never mind. He actually sniped it.
Well, he killed everything.
They were missing every shot until they hit every shot.
Armored cannon and trebuchet going down. No way this is going to game number 7. No way.
That's crazy, man. There's still an army at the back there from ACCM, but Yo has done the right thing. And focused all his military on clearing this up. He knows ACCM probably can't sneak another army in there.
Yep.
If he kills this one, all the counterattack potential is gone.
Yep.
And he still has the castles on the front. Heavy camel is in.
Yep.
From ACCM.
Yep.
Did he get
No.
Did he get zealotry? No.
He still has 150 HP instead of 170. So he
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
have
170. Yeah.
I mean, he has the right units to counter that in theory, but what are you going to do when... Oh, Flaming Camels! Flaming Camels, Dave! Bam!
Yo says we are going to a game 7. Thank you very much.
Oh,
The Flaming Camels
no way.
are on the field, and the Flaming Camels are going to be able to take out those heavy camels, the knights, and everything. Even snipe the bomber cannons potentially. There we go. They're exploding in the faces of those camels. They don't even take out a camel if they explode.
Yeah, they don't.
No value here.
They do 1/3 of the HP damage, I think.
Yeah. You have to hit the mass of camels. You can't hit them one at a time.
Yeah.
But this will work. No, the Keshiks will just kill him first. Okay.
Yeah.
Elite Keshik is in, by the way, and ACCM calls the GG, and Yo has won 3 games in a row. Oh my god, game 7 incoming.
Dave, you know, when it was 3-0 for ACCM, I was like, oh damn, this looks like a 4-0 for ACCM. Like that would have been horrible. And now we're sitting here after game number 6, tied up, and it is
We went from
the decider match.
12%, 19 to 19.5 to what was it? 37.2.
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
And now we're probably at like a 61% chance that Yo is going to win this series. Yo against ACCM. We've got Incas for Yo, and we've got Italians for ACCM. This is Fish and Fish, which has fish down here, and then no fish on the other side. We have Hunt on the other side. So it should be like fish and... Fish. Oh, no, there's fish in the middle. That's what they're talking about. I see. Haha.
Dave, are you serious? You didn't know that fish is spawning in the middle?
I always forget every time because this map looks like Coast Mountain to me. So I always kind of assume it's like the same setup as that.
Yeah. So we have Mr. Yo taking the first hit onto ACCM Scout. And ACCM, he's gotta... you gotta pay attention. Because he could be losing the goat there as well. No, never mind.
Or the rhino.
No. You never do that.
Right near that rhino.
Never do that.
Never do that? Is it because the scout is behind to block?
Yeah, exactly. The scout is faster than the eagle. So it's always going to be...
Ooh, there's also an opportunity on this map to kill the dock villager too. So maybe you don't want to lose HP that way.
Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Yo was not really too successful with his laming. And I think what ACCM should be doing now is just scout the map of Mr. Yo. And that's exactly what he is going to go for. And oh no, what is Mr. Yo doing here? No way. No, is ACCM losing 2 villages to this? Is he losing 2 villages to this?
He doesn't have loom. 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 But he gets it. 1 HP left over. She's a warrior.
Wow. 1 HP.
Is that worth it?
No.
1 vil for the scout here?
Never.
Okay. And ACCM, don't lose your scout to the TC from Yo. No! No! Okay, good. He pulls it away. We're not going to see another repeat of him losing the scout.
Yeah.
Oh boy, he lost it on Atacama. He lost it on Sahara. And he's going to take the Rhino, or he's going to hang out there. He kind of did a circle around the Rhino, kind of thinking about it, but going to hang out at the middle there.
The thing is that he has no idea where his sheep are. And ACCM, he could be scouting for those. I'm not sure if he's going to be successful in finding these. I mean, it's not the worst thing because...
It's only 2
Okay, there's a barrack coming in.
goats.
Man, the barrack is in front of the crocodiles. It's literally in the front of the crocodiles, Dave.
Yep. They don't
If he
care.
had killed that one villager, it would have been worth it. Look at his villagers right now. 2 of them are, like, you could say dead.
From ACCM.
Yeah.
They are theoretical at best.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're hypothetically they are villagers. They have 50 total HP and they have 5 out of that 50
Yeah.
right now.
Oh, and this
Okay,
guard.
ACCM is coming forward now. He's coming forward to the middle. No loom for ACCM yet. He saw the barracks maybe from Yo. He saw the barracks from Yo, and he's going to go for a barracks of his own, and now he's going to get loom. Militia are already on the way, but they're going to have to run through the crocodiles
Yeah. They
to
have
get to the
run-
villagers.
They have to run through the crocodiles, which is not ideal, and I'm surprised what ACCM is doing. He has still 100 food on the other rhino, and he's completely ignoring that. He's completely ignoring that, Dave.
Oh man, the moisture level, the condensation. The percentage is growing here for ACCM. The sweat dripping down the brow, onto the hands, onto the feet, up to the ceiling, throughout the keys of the keyboard. It is underneath now, and it is affecting the gameplay.
ACCM doesn't have wood. Okay, now he has the wood to build a lumber mill. And that position of the mill. Wow.
And the militia, remember, Jordan said, do not respect under any circumstances. Never respect the 2 militia drush. And the 2 militia drush is finding its way onto the wood line. But ACCM decides to morph his villagers through the bodies of the militia. And he escapes unharmed. And he's going to push it away. This is why you don't respect it. Never respect it, folks. And 2 militia now from
If he doesn't
ACCM
have
coming
loom.
into Mr. Yo.
He doesn't have loom.
He's 16 seconds away. He's going to try and save the villagers.
Yeah, he's going to be
And
fine.
ACCM not going to be able to attack that. He's going to be definitely fine.
Yeah.
And
look at
Yo
the-
will have that food income in the middle.
Look at Mr. Yo's food income. He is up to fuel age in a second. And ACCM, he is ages away
God.
from that.
Oh, jeez. And he still has some food left on that rhino, too. And he's not
Yeah.
even taking it. I think he
Man.
thinks that's gone, but he's sending more
we-
vills to the middle.
We talked about the moisture on the keyboard, Dave. It
Yeah.
feels like that.
Yep. It's been
Now-
there for a while, too.
Now for ACCM, for Mr. Yo, the game is very easy. Just go for a lot of militia, man-at-arms transition, and then you're able to push everything back.
But your opponent is kind of sitting on your gold right now.
Yeah, you can quick
So
hold
you're
that.
going to have to lock that down. And yeah, ACCM runs away, and Yo could solve this with a couple palisades there. He's about to be in feudal age in a minute,
Yep.
and he still has 2 militia alive. Like you said, adding a couple extras wouldn't hurt at all.
What is ACCM
But
doing?
then again, he doesn't know that ACCM hasn't clicked up yet. So
But what is ACCM doing? What is ACCM doing? He's trying to charge against those villagers.
he's going to go take out the vills and push Yo off. Does he think Yo is starved for food like he is and is waiting to go feudal age? Oh, no. ACCM, there's opportunities here for him to do damage against Yo, but it's also an opportunity to throw.
Yeah.
He's added in another militia. He's got 4 militia, and they're running in circles here, and ACCM has more units here, Jordan.
Yeah, but if he gets a
Can
man
he pull
armor
this
upgrade,
off?
if he gets a man armor upgrade, which he's not doing right now, why is he not going for the man armor upgrade?
I think he's just focused on this fight right now, and ACCM is pulling all of the villagers here. Yo needs to back away. Yo is trying to get away with all of his vills. Still hasn't gotten the men-at-arm upgrade. He's got 0 on food right now. He has no food at home, Jordan. This was
Go.
his only food source, and ACCM has pushed him off of it.
Go for man at arms, yo.
He's getting archers first. He's getting
that's-
archers first, and he's keeping up villager production.
Man, look at ACCM. He has how many villages forward? 9.
He's stuck in the Dark Age too. He is stuck. He is super glued to Dark Age right now.
It's super, man. This is insanity.
Oh my god. Now ACCM moving back, and you know what? Like you were saying, what is ACCM doing? And sure, it looks kind of bad right now, but Yo has had no food whatsoever. So Yo's TC is going to completely stall out here.
Yeah.
Pretty soon. He's going to the berries, and ACCM has way more units, and now he's killed the militia for Mr. Yo. He only lost one militia and a scout of his own, loses another militia there, and he's pushing the villagers back. The Italians are out Inca-ing the Incas at the moment. And oh boy, there's 2 archers. These are going to be the issue.
Yeah.
But he can't afford fletching, so
Yeah.
less damage output.
Yeah. Man, this is a scrappy game, but it feels like overall it should be better for Mr. Yo.
One
He
build
loses
down
one
from
villager. He loses a villager though. And now with these archers, you're going to be hit and running all the time. And yeah, ACCM, he's going to be pushed off the middle as well. And those archers are going to have a field day here, Dave.
Yep. Archer's no fletching yet, though. And he needs to keep his TC running. ACCM with some food income. He's going to head back. Another villager goes down for ACCM, so that's the 3rd of the game.
Yeah.
He's about to be in Feudal Age in 55 seconds. This is still really rough for ACCM. Archer numbers are there from Yo.
He's going to be down so hard, and his food economy at home is not looking too strong as well. He doesn't have any farms, so he currently has only 4 on the middle here. He's expanding on the northern side, trying to be very sneaky, and fletching should be coming in for Mr. Yo pretty soon.
Mom, let's get food at the fish market. No, we have food at home. And then you look at the food at home. There's one villager foraging. That's rough.
Yeah.
Pretty rough, honestly.
That is 100% rough, and we need to see 2 archer ranges coming up for ACCM right now. 27 villages against 29. Dave, it is, in theory, still possible.
Yep. All right. ACCM, 1 militia alive, and that's the only military for him right now. It's sitting in the middle of Yo's eco.
Yep.
He still has some villagers in the middle, taking fish. They're building a tower around there now.
Yep.
But the archers from Yo are constantly pressuring on his eco, and now Yo with fletching is going to be able to do a whole lot more damage, and he's sending more archers across. And Yo is doing the right thing here, I think, going for a dock, expanding his economy. He's got extra wood. Add some fishing ships in behind this.
Yep.
And just get further ahead, you know?
Yep. And yeah, ACCM forced to build the skirmish right now, but skirmish is not really the unit you want to go for in ACCM's position, as the Eagles are always going to be a threat from the Meso player. And I loved what Mr. Yo did right now. He scouted the shoreline with the sheep, therefore getting the confirmation that there's indeed no dock. And ACCM, he doesn't have a blacksmith yet, Dave. He is so far behind.
I'm looking at it right now.
12 army against 3.
I'm looking at this blacksmith right now.
Blacksmith?
Jordan?
Oh, so yeah. What I meant is, he doesn't have.
He hasn't gotten any
He doesn't
upgrades
have.
from the
Yeah, he
blacksmith
doesn't have
yet.
the blacksmith
Yeah.
upgrades. Hello.
It's a waste of wood at
Yeah.
this point. Okay, he's getting fletching.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
got fletching.
Yeah.
And Yo is all over him. And I think if you're ACCM right now, you're in a really rough position. You were up 3-0 against Mr. Yo. You're in the final game. I think the key for you is just try to survive, keep your TC running, and hope that you're up to Castle Age at a competitive time while still being alive. Unfortunately, your opponent is a Meso Civ and can mix in some Eagles in the Feudal Age, can start focusing on your villagers maybe in the center here that he definitely knows about because he sees the tower.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an easy transition to him into that Eagle production in the next age, and you have really nothing to counter it.
Yeah, we see 2 sneaky archers from ACCM coming in into Mr. Yo's base, but I don't think they will find too much damage. Maybe 1 or 2 villagers, but not too much, I would assume. And now we see Mr. Yo. He is flirting with the idea to go Castle Age.
Yep. Flirting with the idea, and Castle Age is blushing right now as he is only 50 food away. And Yo is going to click up. And Yo, does he continue with the Feels like he has enough archers right now. Just add some barracks,
yeah,
and you can get the crossbow upgrade, and you can go into eagles as well. And you're gonna have 11 crossbows with eagle production in front, and maybe a siege workshop. Oh baby,
Yeah. Oh, Dave, it looks
this
very,
is rough.
very dire for ACCM.
I feel so bad for
Man.
ACCM. I feel great for Yo. This is an insane comeback, but
Yeah.
I feel so bad. For
It
ACCM.
must be hurting so much. It
He's
must be
like the
hurting so much.
nicest guy in our community too. I think.
Thanks, Dave.
Top
but
5 at least.
He really is. He's so
Yeah.
lovely, very positive, and he's just putting in the work. So lovely for him. But this must be one of his biggest obstacles in the Age of Empires 2 career. I would assume.
Yo finding the goats that he didn't find early. He's gonna bring those back. Doesn't really need them at the moment though. And he has 5 fishing ships as well.
Yeah.
In addition to the villagers on the food in the middle, he's got 10 vills on gold, and he's got eagles coming out right now, and he still has 8 archers alive
Yep.
that he can upgrade.
Yep.
Good thing for ACCM, HUps cost a little bit less, so he can go up a little bit faster.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
there's no army pressure on him currently on
and-
his base. So
exactly.
maybe he can make something happen.
And he has 42 villages, so his economy is not looking too bad. But his army is mainly consisting out of skirms, and the Eagles are going to have a field day. And Mr. Yo is going to be able to push ACCM away from the middle, even adding the siege workshop.
Oh,
And
don't lose all the archers though, Yo.
Yeah.
You got to be careful not to lose those.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Bring the eagles over.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really rough for ACCM. I think this army, he needs to realize it's dead, and he just needs to use it to buy himself enough time to get to Castle Age and maybe get some knights out here.
Yeah. Man, I'm still flabbergasted about the fact that Mr. Yo has been able to come up so clutch and make the comeback. It's just insane.
It's actually kind of crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, he did not look good in the
No.
in the first couple games either.
No. Definitely not.
ACCM looked dominant, and Yo it was a combination of Yo not looking good, ACCM looking amazing, and then things just started to spiral out of control on that Atacama game. Mysteriously, around the same time, my power went out.
Dave, what are you
So-
insinuating with that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm insinuating that a lot of villagers just died under the TC from ACCM. And now he's going into crossbow here. ACCM
him.
going into crossbow. He's got 7. He still has 7 alive somewhere. But he's running in the middle with the villagers. He's getting raided at the back by eagles. They're just running right under the TC. Losing his bills. He's down to 28 now. He doesn't want to call it because he felt like it was within his grasp. But it slipped away, Jordan.
I really feel for him. I really
Yeah, I
feel
do
for him.
too.
Man, that is... Wow. It
Every
was
time I imagine ACCM,
close.
imagine that beautiful smile that he has. You know,
Yeah.
the big smile that like takes up his whole face. And to see that face with a frown on it makes me very sad.
Yeah.
I don't like that image.
Yeah. Man, he was so close.
Oh.
Also, the other games, he had his moments as well. He definitely had his moments, but in this case, I mean, it is the decider. He wants to try as long as possible, and even if there is even the smallest chance,
Half
wants
of
to try and fight for it.
1%. Yeah. 0.5% chance. You're still fighting for it.
he wants to, right? Because this is maybe one of the most important games of his life.
Yep, and he's going to see the Eagles coming in. Yo already with the +2 armor. Yo doesn't really have to worry about his food income as much, even though he's got quite a few farms because he had those fishing ships.
Yep.
Just send a bunch to gold. And he's got 18 on gold right now. Pure Eagles, pure siege behind it.
Yep.
Getting wheelbarrow now, staying on that 1 TC. No, he's adding a second one now, so he feels very comfortable
Yep.
in his position.
Yep. Wilbur coming up as well for him, and he knows he has the game. He just has to play it safe now. Even Iron Casting coming in. And oh boy, this is
That archer at the back of ACCM's woodline, super annoying as well.
mm,
As Yo even getting, just like all the texts come in, show how comfortable he is.
yeah,
He's
exactly.
diving in here with the Eagles. Can't take that fight, though.
Yeah.
ACCM has a decent amount of crossbows. 21 of them.
Yeah.
He just can't lose a single fight.
Yeah, exactly. Everything, all the hope ACCM has right now is on those crossbows. And he's playing with fire indeed. Fighting against Mangala and the Eagles, which are both the counter units against the crossbows. And ACCM is forced to retreat, sitting back at his base, while Mr. Yo has added the 30C already. And this is from now on a very slow snowball, which is going to occur. ACCM going for the second arm upgrade on this ranged unit, but just...
He can't even afford
Desperate.
double range production right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's struggling to make archers. And Yo is already knocking at the door. And did you see that?
That was close.
Yo went for the TC fire.
Yeah.
And the Mangonel automatically attacks the middle of the TC, and the archers were there. So you can attack a little bit outside your normal range with that technique. And he says, GG, good luck next. Tragedy for ACCM. But what a comeback for Mr. Yo. 2 incredible comebacks in a row in this tournament, Jordan.
Hallelujah.
And that's a reverse sweep for Yo. So congratulations, Sam. We feel for ACCM. Got to the semifinals. Incredible performance. And we hope to see ACCM in that tournament in Germany anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
But his chances for that free ticket are gone now.
Yeah, yeah. Man, that was one of the craziest sets. I mean, he was down 3-0. And as we mentioned, Dave, ACCM has looked so smooth and so strong.
Yeah.
And it just felt like he completely runs over Mr. Yo. But yeah, it was the 4th game where he lost the villager, lost the scout unnecessarily to the TC on Atacama, where I felt like, maybe he's playing with the nerves right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Tough one.
Well, good
one.
luck for Mr. Yo. Like ACCM said, like we said, one of the nicest players you'll ever meet, and a very gracious in defeat as well. And Yo moves on. Yo moves on to the next round. I never thought I'd be in a position to say that. What is with these reverse sweeps? What the hell?
Yeah,
Never thought I would ever say that once after the first 3 games.
It's just insanity. But it puts on a perfect show, and that's obviously the best we can hope for. A 4-3 or 3-2 is always the best to have.